it's going, and the recording is going.
Okay. So we kind of started off in Greenest, very early in the morning, after being attacked by a couple assassins the night prior. Um, which turned out to be uh, Nighthill's daughter and her boyfriend. We were trying to do a little bit of investigation in the morning on her, but we kind of left it alone afterwards. And then the Governor Nighthill wanted us to go check out the camp that the cultists and all the rest of them were taking their gold and money and treasures back to, and see if we could get some information and maybe get some treasure back. So we start following this trail. First, it kind of leads us to this little group, this little camp of four cultists and a few kobolds. Um, so we came up with a strategy to maybe persuade the kobolds to go against the humans. The cultist humans by uh, Ragnarvolder acting as a higher up in the cultist thing, and me as a prisoner of Ragnarvolder's. Um, didn't kind of work out the way we thought it was going to, but it ended up doing pretty good.
It worked pretty well, I'd say. It was hilarious,
Yeah.
too.
Um, the cultists weren't having it. They kind of come up to attack, and Ragnarok forced Balthazar to do a thunder wave on them, annihilating all four of them. And then the kobolds kind of ran in confusion, not sure really going on, heard the loud noise, and was gone. After that, we go a little further down, and then we kind of go into this passing where this valley, kind of where there's cliffs on each side, and we foiled their ambush attempt by the friar crawling up on the, or mountain climbing the side of it, and catching them off guard. Kind of a little trouble with a veteran, but we dealt with them pretty well, and took a short rest, and then that's pretty much where we left off. Sweet, you already gave me the inspiration point.
Yep, already added it.
Cool.
Is this potentially one of the times where you might consider giving it to your designated recording and DJ person?
You were late, man.
Because of work.
Fine. You'll agree. That's not going to be every time, but every time,
I know.
by the way.
You said occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have
that's
to
fine.
do
That way, a
next
couple of you
week.
guys have inspiration to strategically used, and maybe you guys won't get TPK'd tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe. FYI, I shared a map. It is right where you guys left off on the road. Got rid of all the dead bodies on there. So you guys can do what you want at this point. I know somebody was talking about setting up an ambush. You can do an ambush, or you can head on further down the road to the camp. Have it out.
Well, I must have logged in after you shared the map because I don't see it. If you could do it one more time, please.
I can.
Thank you,
I
sir.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of recommended that we make it look like the ambush got set off by them accidentally, and a few of them died, and the rest of them just in scared ran off.
That might actually be a better idea than you think. Yes, that's quite brilliant, because if it looks as though a few of them ran off, they might find it prudent to assemble some kind of search party, perhaps.
Yeah, so I would say maybe the veteran maybe betrayed them, and a few of them left or whatever. But I say we put a few bodies, and then we let the boulders fall on the bodies. Um, I mean, they already kind of have cuts and scrapes in them already, so and it looked like maybe they had a little skirmish, something like that. Maybe we also leave a few dead bodies on top of the thing, but then hide some other bodies, like bury them out in the woods or cover them with leaves, kind of put them out of sight, put them in a bush to where they can't see, so it makes them look like we run off. And some of us can actually walk in the woods a certain ways and make it look like the trail goes that way or this way, a certain way.
What if we were to position the veteran at the top of the hill? Then, I forgot, did any of these units use ranged weapons? This is out of character.
A few of them did, yeah.
Like, what kind of ranged weapons did they use?
Throwing spears.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what if we position this veteran at the top of the hill, near where the boulders would have been positioned, and we make it appear as though some of them were crushed underneath the boulders, but a few of them didn't, and they launched their spears at him, striking him down as he stood upon the hill. What I'm saying is we lodge a few spears in his body at the top of the hill, to make it look as though they fought back.
Yeah, so
This sounds like
speaking
a
of
plan.
skirmish, now DM, do we have to like do all this, or do you just want to make us a few roll, or do you want to make us roll a few things and then just call it move on?
Oh, that's a good question. What
Or do you
would
think
I-
any of this is even necessary? Up to you.
Probably not necessary, but yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at the skill. I don't know what that would be for even a skill check. You know what? We'll
Uh,
say everybody roll either a survival check or a deception check, whichever you're proficient in.
Okay.
Nice.
Deception usually applies to, like, speech. That's what you want to use?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I'll,
mean, you're
you're doing things in a way to be deceiving. So it's just how good you are at being deceiving.
Okay, I could see it. I guess I'll go Deception then, since that's a higher bonus for me. I'm not deceiving at all.
You say deception or
Your
survival?
honesty is shining through, Santa.
Yep, deception or survival.
What can I say? Sano
Yeah.
hides very little about himself.
There's a couple high rolls in there. There we go.
It's looking like Green Shadow is really good at making the spears believable and how they're jabbed in there. And Ragnarvalder is really good with his little makeup kit and making them look like they were in a fight and injured.
Oh, they could. I mean, technically, you should have advantage that because technically they are in a fight and they were injured.
Oh, that's true. But making it look like specifically exactly how you want things to look. Even
I wouldn't.
even
I'm just
setting
like-
up the terrain so that artistically it looks like exactly what you wanted to look like happened. Yeah.
And I think it
picture
might
me
be
just
a
like-
bit greedy to ask for advantage on that too. Maybe a lower DC because of the fight, but advantage, that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, no. I was just throwing it out there. But yeah, what were you saying, Gabe?
Picture me just like with a makeup brush, just like painting their faces and like making them look like they got bludgeoned to death with the rocks.
Well, I was thinking too, painting the scene, like making
yeah,
the scene
painting
look like it using
For sure.
using that artistic eye to make it believable.
Oh, absolutely.
And the other two
And-
are just in it.
And if I know
Mhm.
anything about Ragnarvalder, he is nothing if not an artist.
Yes.
No, right.
All right.
So
So
we
if you're
press
doing that,
on?
you're setting up an ambush, correct?
No, we're just making it look like we weren't here. They kind of were fighting amongst themselves. No ambush.
Again,
Yeah.
carrying on the theme of Revolution.
Exactly.
There's an uprising in the Cult of the Dragon. It's so weird.
Yeah. Let's keep that rumor. Let's get them mixed up.
Just make them that fear within their own
Oh,
ranks.
you
Nobody
can
trusts
actually
anybody.
Pay,
It was-
you
It
would
was
actually
the kobolds.
you can actually pay somebody to start a rumor for you.
Let's
What?
do that.
Like
Let's
it's part of
just-
D&D. It's in the DMG. It's in the yeah.
We need to make that a campaign-long mission to spread rumors and misinformation.
Throughout the Cult of Dragons. Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I think spells trump them all, but that's just me.
I'm
Yes.
more favorable towards the sword.
Of course you
The
are.
wizard is more favorable towards the sword.
Right.
He's
Yes,
never
he is
been
an
hit
odd
by
one of the
me or
bunch.
Storm.
He is an odd one of the bunch. Let's get going.
So you guys going to continue heading on towards the camp?
Yes, we are.
Hey, I'm gonna mute it for
Stealthily.
about 2 minutes. I still haven't quite gotten settled yet since I got home, but I'm still listening.
But yeah, now we're pressing on, heading towards the camp. The camps of camps. The Camper Camperson.
Alright, are you approaching stealthily, or are you just gonna walk up like you own the place?
I think we could probably do stealth.
I like stealth.
Nah, we probably do stealthily.
But
Yeah,
I
all of
think-
you are-
I think we
All of
own
you
the
agree?
place.
Yeah.
This one is fairly stealthy.
But sure, I guess if we have to, stealth is fine, I guess.
But that means you're all making stealth checks, including the person in heavy armor.
I'm terrible with it. Yep.
Doesn't she have those nice boots?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
look, I suggested swapping that out, but you guys said no, it's fine. That
Well, ultimately it is up to her.
Her decision.
oh, okay.
This one could scout in advance.
That is also an option if you want to have Friar Green Shadow scout things out in advance. With a 24.
Hey, you got movement lock on, by the way.
What, on the map?
Probably
Yeah.
won't gonna need the map anyways, really.
Oh, true. We're just kind of theater of the minding the rest of this, I would think, right?
Most
Yeah,
of
no,
it.
we're moving past that because I was gonna have you guys setting up for an ambush, but you guys declined doing an ambush.
Well, I'm not totally against the ambush. We just don't know. We just don't have enough information to guarantee that somebody's going to be coming our way.
All right.
But I am personally in favor of L's idea for scouting ahead. I think that would be a great idea.
All right.
But
So-
again, that's up to him. But I was in favor when he brought that up.
All right. So Green Shadow wants to scout ahead.
This one will do that.
Okay. How far ahead are you going? Are you going out and then coming back, like however far the camp is, or are you just going to stay a little bit ahead of them?
If I can say in character, L, I personally would advise at least staying within earshot. So if you require aid, you're at least able to call out to us.
This is acceptable, but probably not necessary.
But there's no reason to take any unnecessary risks. You wouldn't want to be overwhelmed and completely unable to reach us, would you?
I would not be surprised. I would evade. This one would evade.
Very well, just... actually... Freya, I've never seen you cast a spell aside from healing.
Oh, well. No,
What?
Yeah.
What other spells are you capable of casting?
Which sort of spell might you be thinking of?
Well, namely anything that you can cast at will. Caw-caw! I mean cantrips.
Let this one find his actions tab.
I was trying to keep it in character. That's why I did the metagame pigeon.
Is that what that was? The metagame pigeon?
Yes.
Metagame pigeon is still metagaming, but yeah.
Oh, brother, don't diss on people that have less magical abilities than us. Come on now.
I'm not disrespecting him. If anything,
Sounds like
Freya Greenshadow has showed himself to be quite capable.
Isn't mending a cantrip?
Oh, that's right. I have seen that one too.
It is a cantrip.
Yeah, I have seen that one too. But literally so far, I think the only spells you've cast this whole campaign is just Healing Word and Cure Wounds.
He's had to do a lot of healing word and cure wounds on you guys. That first chapter's kind of a meat grinder.
This This one does have thaumaturgy that it can be used to cast sound at a distance.
Perfect. If you require aid, use that spell.
Very fine.
Very well. I have complete and utter faith in your abilities, Freya. We will anxiously await for your positive news.
Yes, thief, do your best.
We've never seen him steal anything. Why do you keep referring to him as thief?
They're all thieves. All the stealthy ones are.
That is offensive.
That's
Yeah,
not
oh well.
racist either. That's, what would that be? Classist?
It's just stereotyping. Like,
Yeah, that's full-on stereotyping and prejudice.
Means little coming from a pathological liar.
This one has been victimized by great prejudice in this one's former land.
I could imagine
Oh
so.
yeah, so he's used to it.
Shame on you, brother. We must
yeah.
accept him with open arms.
I do accept him. I just call it how I see it.
He is not a thief. We've never seen him steal anything. He's never even indicated that he is tempted to steal anything.
If anyone's been stealing, it's been me.
Well-
I've been the one who's looting bodies.
If he's that's just looting. If he's a thief, if he's a good thief, then you probably never know that he stole something.
Fair
Now, would
point.
you, brother?
Do any of those ones find their items missing?
I never said you stole our items. I just.
All I'm saying is that the Friar has given us absolutely zero reasons to mistrust him. So,
I mean nothing negatively by it. I just call it how I see it.
I just call it inaccurate.
Well, tomato,
And
tomato.
your taste-
Your brother's
I
kind
think
of a
Balthazar.
racist.
I think the shadows are speaking to Balthazar a little bit too much.
Seriously, though. Brother, I do hope you, throughout the course of our journeys, acquire a bit more of a open and understanding mind.
I never said I didn't understand. Just call it how I see it. I mean, he's stealthy.
There,
Usually stealthy people are thieves, so,
again, ouch, offensive, but
How's that?
I will-
Are you getting offended for someone else?
indeed I am.
Oh. Man, I'm forgetting the name of that kind of person. Just Karen.
Well,
My bad.
I believe the common
Scandalized by
term
your behavior.
is referring to somebody as if they are a knight wearing white armor, or what is it, a white knight, I believe it has been referred to.
That's also racist. God. What is up with you people? Oh no, I just said you people!
Where's this weird voice coming from?
Heaven.
Yes,
From
is
the
that the luminous being that I hear?
We can hear the shadows. They're speaking to us.
By the way, the luminous being is the end-game canon term for the DM within D&D. The DM is canon within D&D.
It's the first time anyone's ever called me a luminous being. I've been called a lot of other
Hot
things.
right now for it.
My profile picture, actually, is the luminous being. So if you click on me, that's the luminous being.
But anyways, let's
Um,
get going back to this thing. Let's let the stealthy one do his thing.
The
Alright, so
stealthy
he's sneaking along.
non-thief.
Are you guys also sneaking along at some distance behind him?
I
Yes.
would say
Yes.
several hundred feet behind.
No.
Like, how much? Like 120 feet, 300 feet?
Yeah,
I would
120.
say exactly 300 because that is
Oh.
typically the radius of which that one can hear distant or sounds from long distance.
No, not if you cast a thunder wave.
Alright. So, you guys are getting a little bit closer to the camp. You can see the fires of the raider camp off in the distance. And, it's just the first one that would see anything is Green Shadow. He's 300 feet ahead of you, right?
That's that's my vote for how far to stay
You're
back. But
sticking
I'm
sort of
just one
to
person.
the, sticking towards the outskirts and towards the grass and green and just staying in there, correct, Green Shadow?
This one is being stealthy.
Yeah, but I mean, you're staying off the road, right?
This one is on the margins.
Okay. So as you're going down the road, you hear a scream. And you can see, coming down the road, screaming, is a kobold running. And he is running away from several of the cultists. You can probably make out some sort of Drake and another veteran and a couple of others are chasing the kobold. And the kobold's running down the road screaming for help. Runs right past you.
This one is concealed.
Okay, you're still, yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth check, just for the hells of it. Make sure no one sees you. That's still good enough that if you're in the shrubbery, no one sees you. He continues running, screaming down the road, screaming for help away from the other cultists that are chasing him, towards the rest of the group, 300 feet down the road. Green Shout, are you staying there, or are you going to follow them?
This one will stay within bow range.
So you're going to follow at about, what, 60-foot distance? What's your bow range, 90 foot?
No,
Doesn't a longbow have a range of like 800 feet if you have sharpshooter?
Yeah, long range is, I think, 800 feet.
But short range is 200.
150.
I was going to say 100, 120 or 100.
So you're going to stay up. Sorry, 150 feet back?
They shall stay within 150 feet of me.
So like 120 feet? Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Okay. All right, let's see. Let me pull up that map again. We'll just say that now you guys are past the rocky part, so this would be trees that you guys are in. You can use that battle map that I had initially pulled out for you guys and place yourselves where you would be on this path. More towards the bottom half of it.
More towards the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. Is where I put myself, is that like bushes?
Yes.
All right.
We'll say that it's not exactly bushes, like it's up to your waist.
But like tall grass, enough that I might be able to gain some degree of concealment at least.
Just remember, you were just sneaking down the road behind Green Shadow.
Can I make a stealth check to see how well I'm blended in this tall grass?
Sure.
Alright, could be worse.
Mm-hmm. If you guys want to try to stay hidden throughout here, did everyone roll a stealth check yet? I think Amelia rolled an 11, so she's just kind of there. Everyone else is like, shh, get low, and she's just standing up there like, huh?
She's like, okay, let me crouch. Clank, 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 clank.
That's about what it is. Everyone else is pretty well hidden. Balthazar, are you staying up there?
Had to I accidentally X'd out of the. Actually, I meant to X out of the last map. I accidentally X'd out of the whole game, so I'm loading in right now. Hold on.
Okay. Pulling the map out again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Wait till he gets in here and picks a spot.
Still show. Oh, okay. So the last map, okay, is what we're going on. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll come over here with them. Kind of be back here behind the brushes. Hold on. Am I on a half space? No.
And where is Sir Green Shadow? Oh, way up there. Okay. Way up there.
Okay. So, is the cultist only saying help me?
It's a kobold.
The kobold. The kobold that's running from the other ones, screaming desperately for help. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's save the kobold because Viva Revolution.
I agree, actually. I say we save him and nickname him Felipe.
What if he already has a name?
I mean,
That's
that's what a nickname is. You know, you just call them something other than their name. Felipe the Kobold. I like it. Or we can name him Stefano. I think I like that more.
Hmm. All right. So y'all are where you're going to be, right?
Si, senor.
All right. Let me place these guys on the battle map then. We'll see.
So we're pretty sure that Dahlia's kind of not hidden.
Probably not very well hidden at all. No.
Let's have Dahlia, or if she's okay with that, go into the center of the road.
Into the center of the road?
Yeah, why?
Have her stop them, and
so
then,
she
then
doesn't
we can ambush them. So she doesn't give away our position.
Or she could go on the opposite side of the road and at least still just like get behind a tree.
But
But that's up again. That's up to her. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, that's up to her.
She's her own ASMR.
If she
Green Shadow, why don't you position yourself in the top right corner so that you're at least on the battle map?
if she is out there, we can ambush them when they get up to her.
Yeah, but then, you know, speaking out of character, he might rule it as not a surprise at that point, since, like, they already know that someone's there.
I mean, yeah, somebody's there, but it doesn't mean you don't know we're there, but yeah.
Alright, I have uncovered them. Is somebody doing a sneak attack to get a surprise round?
Sir Reginald Percival Vergaris, we have to save him.
The third.
We can call him Vulgar Percy.
We have to save him. Okay, I want him to be my best friend.
Okay.
I'm sure if you save him, he will be your best friend.
I will give up my life for this kobold.
How many feet away are we from the camp?
You're probably right at this point, like a quarter mile away from the camp. Like you could see the fires from the camp. You're just down the road from it.
Yeah. Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Oh, no.
You do what? Please tell the DM what you're thinking about.
Oh yeah.
I know
Yeah.
how to
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Tell me all your deepest, darkest secrets. I promise not to use them against you in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Do. 1 second.
Why won't it let me skip the song?
Damn it. Okay. So let's let them get him closer down the road before they get to us. Let's let them move closer.
I don't know if we're gonna have that option.
Yeah, they can see Dahlia. So if you're not wanting a surprise round, then basically they'll move a little further forward, and then there's no surprise round because they see her.
Yeah, I say we gotta attack right now. So let's see. I wish they were all standing next to each other, because then I know exactly what I would do.
Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
Guard 2,
Yeah.
Veteran, Guard 1, and the young Guard Drake.
We got 11, 9, and 17.
Huh, we got Drake out there.
Can't really hear
BBL
Dahlia. It's kind of
Drizzy.
muffled. Kind of muffled.
BBL Drizzy.
15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15.
Balthazar. Oh, I got to roll for.
Hold on, yeah, let me roll. Sorry, let me roll for initiative.
Let me pull out his character sheet.
Yay.
So, I have a question, Lee, and if this won't work, then I totally get it. So, Ice Knife. The way it works is when I throw it, I make an attack at a target, and then everybody within 5 feet of that target, including the target itself, has to make a saving throw afterwards. What if I attack that space that the arrow was pointing at? I'd be okay with giving up that initial piercing damage.
I believe that is technically how it works. You can literally hit that spot. You'll do 1d10 damage to the ground, and then it will, yes, explode.
And hit all 3 of them.
The target, each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So you can, if you put it in their area and don't attack a particular one, then everyone in that area does have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Great. That's how I would like to surprise them, by attacking that spot that I'm pointing at. And I realize I'm giving up the initial damage. That's fine.
All right. If you're the one with it, go for it.
All right. Well, actually, Guard 2, Veteran, and Guard 1 need to make dexterity saves.
All right. So let's see. What's their Veteran Guard? Guard. +1 to dex. I guess I could just roll the saves. That's right. I forgot.
Or can I roll it on them? Oh, never mind.
I can do it.
Well, that fails. Ah, shit.
I think it's a wasted spell because specifically the rule says, or the spell says, you fling it at one creature within range, not a
That's why
square,
I asked for
but a
his ruling on
creature.
it, because I understand
alright.
if he were to say that that isn't allowed.
I mean,
Um,
for
I'm
stuff
not
where
a
you
nurse.
roll to hit, like an arrow, you can shoot an arrow at a lantern, or
I'm done
you can
with
shoot an arrow at the ground.
I'm-
Huh?
Fair enough.
What's up?
No, it's that cool. I mean, that's awesome.
I thought Amelia said something.
I think it was Sammy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so
For something like that, like I feel like you can shoot a magic spell, a ball of fire, whatever, at any piece of ground or any area.
okay, yeah. I mean, that's how I'd rule it too, but I just wanted to, make sure that you were good with it working that way.
Yep, all good.
So that means Veteran failed, Guard 1 succeeded, and Guard 2 failed?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think it's a save or suck, so on a success, I don't think they take anything. Yeah, they don't take anything on a
Guard
success.
1 will take a 2d6 of damage.
I thought it was Guard 2 that would take 2d6 of damage.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Guard 2. Does Veteran take it?
Yes, Veteran does take
Okay.
it. My DC is 14, so he failed.
All right. So I'll roll it for each of them. That's 9 on the Veteran and 7 on Guard 1.
Cool.
Ow.
And does this count as surprise?
Yes. So after your turn, young Guard Drake misses his turn, and then Green Shadow, Sano, Ragnarval, everybody else basically gets their turn before they actually take a turn.
So if we're doing this the typical way, it would be putting me at the top of the initiative, but then skipping my action when it comes around to my turn.
Yes.
So, oh, the music stopped. But cool, you went ahead and added that damage.
Yes. So yeah, now I guess Balthazar actually would get to go. Everyone would get a turn except you, and then the regular initiative would go.
I technically still get a turn, I just don't get an action.
Yes. All right, Balthazar, top of the round. Send it.
Sorry, that was Danny. He was having a question.
What are you doing?
We're good.
Gotcha. Yeah, Balthazar, are you just running right up to the Drake? Like, hey, buddy. Want a
Doesn't
snack?
your hypnotic gaze only work on humanoids? I might be wrong, but I would
Sorry, I was
read
muted.
that to
Ah, my
confirm.
gosh. Yeah, no. Starting at second level, when you choose, I was just reading it at school. Your soft words of enchantment gaze can magically enthrall another creature.
Creature. Okay.
Creature as
cool.
an action.
I didn't know how that was spelled, so thank you.
Well, I was making sure because of my dyslexic ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. While you're looking at hypnotic gaze, there was something I read, and something I did not realize about it initially. When you do your hypnotic gaze, it has a number of different effects on them. One of those effects that I kind of overlooked was that the charm's creature speed drops to 0, and it is incapacitated as well as visibly dazed. So this means that where before you were kind of walking with them, you can't walk with them and like nudge them in the right direction. They can't move.
That's why I was wanting to see if I can use the push with me, like you know how I use the
telekinesis.
Telekinesis to move them with me.
It'd be real slow though. It'd be like 5 feet of movement every turn.
Yeah, exactly. It would still be the 5 feet of movement. You could use your bonus action to move them 5 feet, but
yeah,
but like out of combat, he might be able to RP that a little bit though, right? Like
yeah.
Or we also, it's not like we don't have, you know, a paladin in our group that can carry people.
Or in this case, a guard drake.
It's a medium creature.
So, quick thing, I am going to push this young drake 5 feet.
It has to be towards you or away from you.
Yeah, away from me.
If it's 5 feet away from you, then you no longer are charming it.
Yeah, I'm not charming it. I never said I was charming it.
Oh, I thought you were using your hypnotic gaze on him.
He hasn't used it
I'm
yet.
not using my hypnotic gaze on him.
Oh, gotcha.
That's for later.
Yep.
And what he really means when he says that, it's not hypnotic gaze, it's hypnotic gaze!
Yeah. And you rolled a 15, which is a fucking success. Great. Okay.
Now he just growls at you.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what?
Did I?
You're sacrificing yourself for Sir Reginald, so it's okay. Sir Reginald must live.
I'm gonna cast a Sapping Sting on the young Amber Drake.
Alright, are you at disadvantage for being at melee range?
Nope, it's a con save.
Oh, okay, cool. Roll it. What do we got?
Yay!
What a failure. What a failure.
Aww.
But he is now prone. As I say, fit, boy.
Oh, just so you know, enemies that are prone have disadvantage on melee attacks.
Yes. So that means, Amelia, when you get a chance, you can wallop that guy with advantage, even if you're not flanking.
And that'll be the end of my turn. And young Amber Drake does not get a turn, because we are in a surprise round.
No, he does not, so he can stay sitting the fuck down.
Yeah.
Sitting the fuck down.
And that is Green Shadow, if he wants to come out of the green shadows.
Question. 1 second before, sorry, Fire. 1 second before. Do they have disadvantage on straight saving throws prone, or no?
I don't think it's strength, I think it's just dex.
Oh, is it only dex?
Yeah, I think so. They're still strong on the ground. They just can't move very well.
Fair enough. Alright. Yep. Go ahead.
Good. Yep, that is Green Shadow's turn. Go.
Yay!
Going for the veteran, probably the wise move. Alright, so that hits. What's the damage?
I'm trying to put favored foe on him, and I can't figure out how to do that. Clicking on it doesn't bring up.
I don't know if it lets you do that in the game. Like, if you want to make him your favorite foe, we'll just make a note that he's your favorite. I'll make a note in effects that he is your favorite foe.
Okay.
And then you just got to remember to roll it. Yeah, I'll add it in there now. So now, on the veteran, you just got to roll an extra D4 for the damage that you're rolling on him.
Yep.
He's Friar's favorite.
More like least favorite. 9 damage, and then roll a d4 to add that extra damage. And that's 12 damage on him. Well, actually, you already did the 9 damage, so I just got to add 3. So now he's at 21 damages. All right.
Are you putting that on the guard, or are you putting on the veteran? Because the guard is heavy.
I put it on the veteran. Did he say he was putting the
that's
guard?
right. No. Okay, I got it. He got hit by the ice knife. My bad.
Yeah.
And
Ice
then
knife. Now that's a knife.
I shall move to a position. This one shall move to a position of concealment and do what? Yes, that.
Yes. Not very hard for you with a +8. Yep, you're pretty well hidden. You're right out of sight. And then it's on to Sano.
Yeah, which really all I have is my movement and my bonus, and I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus. So, I
Make
would...
an off weapon attack as a bonus action.
Nope. Because my action was casting a spell, and even if I had attack with a weapon, this is now technically a different turn. So, it still wouldn't work.
All good.
Let's see here. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to move. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Kind of nudge myself in these trees here. And, yep, that's it for me. Friar, if you'll pass your turn.
Oh, sorry.
I'll make it Sano's, and then we're on to Ragnarvalder's turn, right?
Yep.
All right.
Hey,
Ragnavalder, the bardiest of bards.
I'm going to be a meat shield for Sir Reginald, so I will take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right next to our Drake friend.
You're in a half space.
Move a little bit closer to me. Third.
Yeah.
Closer to you?
Yeah, that works if you want to do either closer or away. It doesn't matter. There you go.
Yeah. And to our veteran, I'm going to use my action to ruin his day and hit him with Vicious Mockery.
Ooh!
Yes! Perfect.
Finally.
I like
worked.
it.
Finally, okay.
Insult his mother, or his children, or his face. Whatever you so choose.
You serve the wrong god, you pathetic baby man. I hope your nightmares reign of terror. Ooh.
Baby man.
Damn.
Damn.
Dying. Oh, or no, never mind. He's not dying. My bad.
Can I just interact and go, ooh, burn?
I'll allow it.
Cool.
And
That's fair.
question for the DM: could I make from my bonus action an offhanded, well, no, an attack with disadvantage on the Drake?
You mean a bonus attack?
Yeah.
Bonus action? Since he's on the ground, not prone, it would actually be a flat roll.
So,
Oh.
hate to be that guy, but you can actually only take a bonus action weapon attack if you did a main action weapon attack as well.
Oh.
Good
I'm
to know.
glad you caught that. Yeah, because he used a cantrip and he doesn't have a special ability that lets him do that.
All right.
I'm so
That
used
is
to
my
Baldur's Gate, I feel like it would just be like, yeah, go ahead.
I think even Baldur's Gate would only let you do a bonus action weapon attack if you used a weapon attack as your action as well. I think so.
I don't think so. You can bonus action any bonus action after you do an action. It doesn't
Oh.
have those kind of restrictions.
Well, if you want to
Anyway.
run it that way, by any means, but the rules as written is that you can only take a bonus action weapon attack if you use your action to also make a weapon attack.
Don't
Technically, you
have
could also do the
something
bonus action
kit?
weapon attack first, but then you're locked in for what your action has to be.
Don't you have something in your kit that lets you do a bonus action and a cantrip or something in the same turn?
Not until I become a battle master.
Oh. All right. Oh, I feel like I don't think I'm being an overly flexible DM. I always thought it was odd that you couldn't like cast a cantrip and cast a bonus action unarmed or weapon attack at disadvantage. So I say do it.
You say
Like
do
go
it?
ahead and do your bonus action weapon attack. Yeah.
Oh, could I have thrown a dagger then as well?
I feel like that takes away from other classes. doesn't it?
I don't feel like it takes away from other classes.
I personally, as much as it would benefit me, I think it is a little busted to allow that. But if you'll allow it, then
You know what? I'll make something that you can get later on that can give you the ability to do that. We'll make it like a magic item that can grant you the ability to use a bonus action
for an
after
offhanded
you
attack.
do a cantrip. Yeah. Offhanded attack after using a cantrip or spell. We'll get around it that way. Technically, still following the rules. It's just a custom homebrew item.
Now,
Right.
technically, I can. The only reason I can do that as a blade singer is because I have cantrips that are also weapon attacks. So that's why it works for me.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So guard one's turn. He's he's already pretty well wounded, but he's just going to go in for some killings. And actually,
No, he's
since his
not.
ally
No,
is
he's not.
what's
He
that?
is not. He's going right back where he was, and he's chilling there until next round.
That's right,
never
surprise
mind,
round.
that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
They don't get a turn. It's a surprise round. Skip the turn, and it's Dahlia's turn.
Technically, no, it's not, because she did not get surprised, I don't think.
All of you are in the surprise round.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you want to
That's
do
what I said
that.
is that if you let them move further forward, then they were all going to get eyes on her, and the surprise round was lost.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
alright.
what he's saying. It would have spoiled the surprise if they'd seen her.
All right. I didn't know if you're doing
they were
it for the
tasty
people who
football.
actually succeeded on the stealth roll, only got the surprise, or what? My bad. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, Dahlia, go ahead and go in for an attack if you would like to.
I don't think you know how far exactly I can move. And move up with everybody else.
You're
Yeah,
kind of sounding a little muffled.
Just a little bit. She was wondering how far to attack. I think, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet would get her like right next to the guard drake. But she still has advantage because he's prone.
Yeah, but you would have that advantage from 10 feet away anyway. I personally think we'd better
Oh,
just stay 10 feet
You're right,
away.
yeah. She can sit there and actually hit him from 10 feet away. Good call.
Yep. Let's do it.
Remember to roll with advantage.
Let me think of it.
And then she'd still have 5 feet of movement as well after that attack.
Yeah, she would have 5 feet of movement if she wanted to go up or down or whatever.
So she could stab and then take 5 feet away. So that way, in case it moves, it would trigger her reaction on the next turn.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if it went after her. All right, that was your hit and your damage on the young guard drake. Was how much? Ouch.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I think
this
so.
music is called Attack of Opportunity, and I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I can still do
Absolutely.
my back end attack too,
Yes.
right?
Yes, your bonus action. Yep.
Oh,
Wow,
this thing doesn't have great AC. Good to know.
No, I guess it does not. Yeah, that just did meet the AC. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a D4. It's just grab one of the dice in the bottom, the D4 dice in the
I
bottom.
do when it in the face.
I mean, I can roll it for you if you want to, if your thing's being slow.
Did it work? Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I just went ahead and rolled it, and it was the max of 4, so he would take 7 damage if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Funny, it
There
actually
it is.
did show up as a 4 on my screen. I'm not sure why it didn't like.
Well, I just rolled a 4. Yeah, it's just. I think you just it's the slow internet slowing you down is all.
Yeah.
All right, is that your turn?
Do I want to do
Yeah, you could move. If you moved 5 feet away, then if someone closed in on you, then they would take an attack of opportunity from you.
Yeah. So
No.
don't move?
I think you should, but that's just my opinion. I mean, so breaking it down, the pros and cons. If you move 5 feet away, then if it happens to move closer to you, it would trigger an attack of opportunity. However, if you're moving 5 feet away, it also might make you less of a target for the guard drake, which might make him more likely to hit either Ragnvalder or Balthazar. So there's the
Okay, I'll do
kind
that.
of scale there.
And also, you're technically supposed to be the tank, but it's up to you.
Okay, good. I'll do that.
He's done plenty of tanking. He went down
Oh, yeah,
twice in
yeah.
the last fight.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
She fought the champion by herself. She has tanked.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but I'm just.
Also, as long as she's defending Reginald, I'm okay with whatever.
Agreed, 100%. I would die for Reginald.
You haven't even met him yet. He may be a spicy, angry dude.
Oh no, he's amazing.
No one with the middle name of Percy is that going to be that spiteful.
Wearing a purple top hat.
I did not expect you guys to take to this little bugger that quickly. All right. I'm down, though. Amelia, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, well, let's see. I don't think if someone's a neutral and not an enemy, are they a part of the surprise round, or are they surprised? I feel like he would probably be surprised and not be able to take an action.
That is your call to make. I can see it going
I would
either
say,
way.
well, I mean, they already knew he was there, so I wouldn't say he was part of the surprise round. That's a little much.
No, he's asking.
Yeah.
He's debating in his head whether Reginald would be surprised or not. Is what
Like,
he's
you guys
saying.
jumping out would probably be just as surprising to him as it would be to the cultists.
I'd agree.
Okay. In that case, we'll go ahead and skip Percy's round, and it goes back up to Balthazar.
All right.
Hold on, out of character. I think
sir.
that
That's
I think he would
great.
continue to flee. Yeah, I think he would continue to flee. Why would he not get a turn? Continue to flee?
Because he was surprised, so you guys are getting a bit of an extra free action.
Okay, all right.
I think Lee is saying this is more of a matter of how quickly we're moving rather than how slow everybody else is.
Okay, yeah, fair. Gotcha. Yep.
It's also them all being startled by you guys jumping out of the bushes and attacking out of nowhere.
For sure.
Because to be fair, Reginald also did not know that you guys were there.
Right.
For sure.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
Ah, damn it. Well,
Actually, I just thought of something. Oh, never mind. That's right. You knocked him prone. You didn't use your charm on. Okay. That was you trying to push him, right?
Yeah, that was me trying to push him.
All right.
Okay. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20.
oh, dude. Do I feel a boom coming on?
I would say thunder wave.
All right.
I'm gonna say thunder wave, boom.
Yes.
So the veteran failed.
boom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no,
Tonight they are getting bad rolls. The other night they did not. They rolled very, very well.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta move the cone out of the way. It's getting in the way.
And one more. Yeah. So far,
Triple fail.
nobody has succeeded against your Thunder Wave yet.
Nope.
How much damage is it, by the way? I want to roll them each one separately.
You want me? I can roll each one separately.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 2d8 thunder. So I guess veteran's gonna take that.
Oh, yes.
Guard 2 is gonna take that.
Wow.
A little less. And then guard 1 is gonna take that.
And he is smoked. That thunder wave's pretty powerful early.
It's...
Yep.
Yeah.
Guard 1 never even saw what was coming. He got wrecked. Surprise rounds are OP.
We
That
have
takes
been
a
on the
while to
receiving
fun.
end of one so far, so
Mhm.
we can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
God, that windmill
Yeah, I guess that'll be the end of my turn.
The windmill is a place where people wipe, really.
Honestly, if I had Thunderclap in that windmill, I don't think it would have been that hard. But Sleep was also a
Pretty
freaking
clutch.
lifesaver.
Yeah.
It's the Drizzy's turn.
All right, yeah, Balthazar's right next to him, and he's the one that attacked him, so he's going for Balthazar.
I didn't attack him.
Sapping Sting.
Oh, I did, yeah. Is he going to be going up using half movement, or no?
What is that? Oh, that's right, he's flanking.
Oh,
he
it's
missed it.
because he's prone, is why.
He's also prone.
Oh, he's at disadvantage. Wait a second, but also he's flanking.
So it'd be a straight roll if he didn't want to get up.
Oh, yeah, sorry, he would get up. I need to take the prone thing off him. I forgot to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
it's fair as long as he would extend the same courtesy to us, which he has before.
Yeah.
So,
And he gets 2 attacks, and the next attack is a hit for this.
1.
The lowest possible roll on a 1d6. A natural 1 right there. And that is his turn. On to Green Shadow, up in the corner. Sneaky and shy, as always.
This one may steal your goods.
Apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah,
called you a
exactly.
thief, so keep that in mind.
Steal his goods.
Everyone's focusing the veteran this time. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're a little traumatized.
That last fight was a little bit traumatic with him.
Moving and now attempting to be stealthy because that's what this one likes to do. Not so stealthy this
Well, I mean, did you roll your attack yet?
Do you have an advantage
Oh.
on stealth rolls?
He tripped over a bush while he was trying to hide.
Don't you have advantage on
Is attack miss?
Yeah, I hit him for 9, and then
Oh,
4. Oh, 4. You need to add the 4 from the favorite
okay.
enemy.
Wow, you guys are chunking him pretty good. And yeah, you are not stealthed with an 11. Not against their passive perception, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. All right, is that over to Sano? Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Come on, little mini Goku.
Yep, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. I can make it to the veteran. Wow. I'm gonna attack the veteran now. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna do a big old booming blade against this guy. That was fun to say. Big old booming blade. Oh, and I'm gonna use my interact to go ahead and draw my +1 dagger after this attack. Ooh, yikes! That's not great. All right. Well. Disadvantage and +1 dagger. Oh my goodness. Well, that is not great.
No.
I was hoping the veteran would not get an attack. But it is what it is. Alright. End of my turn.
It is what it is. Ragnarvalder.
All right. Well,
Please
I'm
kill
gonna
the veteran.
Please kill the veteran. Absolutely. Can I turn to Reginald and explain to him that we're his friends, or we're helping save
You
him?
can use your interact to throw out a sentence at him.
All right. I use my interact. Greetings, my reptilian friend. We are here to rescue you from the evil, disgusting cult of the dragon. So just
Both of
you
the
wait, we will
people.
deal with these. And now I'm going to move 5, 10.
You're gonna get an
15.
opportunity attack by the Amber Drake.
Oh, I would. Never mind. That's true. And the veteran will be attacking with disadvantage. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
Attack
right.
about-
He will.
All right. So, is that with advantage on the Drake?
Yes.
With advantage.
5 feet.
Oh wait, no, sorry. He's no longer prone. He did get up. So unless you're flanking, if you move so that Balthazar's on the other side, then you would have flanking, and then you would get advantage.
Now, can he get advantage from someone who's also getting flanked himself?
Yes. Nothing that says you
Nope.
can't.
Okay, I was making sure. But yeah, so I would move close to Dahlia.
Like right
There
here.
you go. Nope.
There
you
you
go.
go.
Basically,
Okay.
a teammate on the other side so that they would be surrounded.
Okay. All right. Attack with disadvantage on the Drake.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yes. And then
That's
to
a
hit.
hit.
I just noticed the name of your rapier.
Ooh. And is this when I make attack with disadvantage?
Nope.
It would be a
for the
straight
offense,
roll
it'd be a
if
straight
you
roll.
did a
now.
bonus action with your dagger.
So anytime
Right.
you have a disadvantage and advantage, it neutralizes to a straight roll.
And that's if there's at least one of each. You can have disadvantage from a million sources, but if you have advantage from one, it's a straight roll.
Cancels? Alright, great. So normal roll with my dagger on our lovely young Drake.
Nice.
And it is a hit
Look at it.
with
Look at the name of his dagger.
Bitch blade.
and that ends my turn.
All right. Wow,
Was
you
he
guys
just-
are kind of getting wrecked right now. Ugh. The guard is noticeably startled, angry, and is going on the offensive for whatever he can. Come around here to do a flanking on Sano.
He doesn't want to go that way.
You don't know that. Let's see. I mean, they suck at hitting anyway, so they need every chance they can get. And he does hit.
Let's see. Does he though? Hold on.
If he does, it would be for 3 damage, but I mean, you're welcome to use a spell slot for it.
Nah, I don't want to waste it. It's fine.
Yeah, and that's his turn, and then it's over to the veteran.
He rolls at disadvantage.
What's that?
He
Well, that
rolls
would
his
make it
attack
straight.
at disadvantage.
He could go for either you or me, and he'd have advantage both ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just making sure he realizes the disadvantage.
He's still pretty sad that I called him a baby.
Why would my guy have disadvantage? Is there any reason he'd have disadvantage?
Oh, vicious mockery.
Oh, well, that's his first attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just a straight roll then. And that's a miss.
Mhm.
Next attack of his 2 attacks is not. And he rolls a 17.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my
kinda hurt.
goodness.
that was 10 out of 10.
That was max
Hold on.
damage.
1 second. I'm sorry.
Can
would
I?
a shield work against that?
No, but can I do a thing?
What's the
No,
thing?
hold on.
Shield,
Damage,
unless it makes it go up there, I would,
I don't think it does.
I
doesn't
would
make it
silvery
higher than-
barbs.
Well,
If you'll let me.
well, let's see. Hold on. I think that's supposed to be after the hit, but before the damage, unless I'm mistaken. When is that supposed to come out? Yeah, when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. But the attack roll went down, and then the damage went down. Did I not give much time between the attack roll and the damage roll?
Well, and also, in instances where that is the case, like cutting words, for example, works that way. It will specifically say that you have to roll it before the attack happens, before the damage is rolled.
Okay, yeah, I'll re-roll it. Yep, you can use a knock off a spell slot. We'll re-roll that one.
To.
What's that?
Who am I giving
that you can
advantage to? Let's
Yeah.
see. It then choose
Now,
a different creature
when
you
I
can see within
re-roll
range.
When I re-roll it, would it be at still at advantage or just a flat roll then?
I think it rolls exactly as it was originally. I'm gonna give advantage to Dahlia.
Okay. And it's a nat 20.
Well,
on the
we're
silvery
gonna
box
go with the
then.
lower then.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and use the lower roll. It says so. Never mind. He still goes down, but at least it avoids an instant death, which a
It
crit
would
could
use the
potentially
lower
do.
of the two rolls when I re-roll it?
Yes. You must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll, is what it says.
I thought it was the lower, but okay, so it would he would take the 10 damage instead of a critical hit
Yeah.
and still get dropped. Okay, but he went. Okay, all right.
But a crit could potentially do enough damage to kill him instead of
Yeah.
just dropping him.
Yeah, no, we
So,
don't that we want a crit right now. No, let's not do that. Okay, so that's his turn. It is over to Dahlia. Looking over, both the veteran and young Gardrake are very low on health, and also Balthazar just got stabbed, skewered through, looking like it might have severed his spine with a longsword from the veteran, who then yanks it out as Balthazar drops to the ground. He's in bad shape. He got hella stabbed.
I think I'm gonna come over and flank the veteran.
Okay.
if you get
You-
Balthazar
you would
up,
already-
he
You
could
would
have a turn.
automatically get advantage because the silvery barbs gives you advantage on your next attack. So you don't even have to be above them or move all that far around. You could be right there, 10 feet, and hit them for advantage.
Okay.
But you could potentially set me up for a flank next
Oh yeah,
turn.
that's true. Yeah, you could go up there, and then it gives him advantage as well. This is just like a big advantage clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Well,
I
10
would
feet
like a
away
turn.
wouldn't give me advantage.
Okay. She can move. That's up to her if she wants to
That's
move
up to
in.
her.
I was originally planning to go, so that's good with me. So I get to roll this with advantage.
Yeah, either way you get to roll with advantage. Yep.
Lay on hands an action or a bonus action?
I don't remember. I think it's an action, though.
Yeah, I think healing hands is an action, yes. And she hits. She hits. What's the damage?
Mm-hmm.
Light it up, we on fire.
Boom!
Oh!
Nah.
That's
Lots of
great.
nat 10s. Owie. Yeah. He's, how do you do this?
I just want to slice his head off.
Okay. Yeah,
Roll
I
it
think-
on him. Roll it off. Roll it down some 50 feet away. And that would be that. I'm not really calling, or can I? I can't move and then hit anybody else. Can I?
How much of your motion did you move? Where were you positioned? Was it over? Were you over here? And then went up to here?
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would put you in position to hit guard 2 with your bonus action.
Let's do that.
Actually, yeah, you don't even have to get that close because you can be 10 feet. So either way, you hit with you can hit from there.
Right there, it's fine.
That also hits. You want me to grab the D4 for you?
Why?
No, you got it. Okay, cool. That is actually 6 damage to guard 2, which is literally just enough to kill him with the back end of your glaive. How do you do this as well?
Dang.
It's 2 kills in a turn.
I'm gonna hit him so hard in the head, his rib cage crack, and then fuck this out. He's just done.
Drops. All right. Hey, Sano, she might be catching up with you on kills right now.
Might be.
I feel like it's like 17 to 17, or maybe 17 to 18. All right, that is to Sir Reginald, right? Thank you for rescuing me, great golden champion. Oh, I'm so relieved. Oh, these bastards. Oh, I'll give them what for. And now he's going to take an attack on the young Gardrake.
He's British too?
Yes, quite.
He's got a monocle.
Let's see. That hits. What's my damaged? 8 damage. And it kills him. Yes! So Reginald gets a kill.
Sano.
Keep that, you brigand.
Sano doesn't really care. He just runs over. Brother, no! And like I immediately kneel down and put a hand on him. No, I don't have any healing magic.
I have a healing potion in my freaking inventory.
Could I say I frisk him to see if I find the healing potion on him?
No, never mind. I do not. My bad. I do not have a healing
Well, then I
potion.
guess I don't find it.
At this point, you guys are out of combat. So your friend is laying on the ground, unconscious. Who would like to heal him?
I'm just shouting, somebody please help him!
Anyone have a spell stronger than Cure Wounds?
Dahlia, did you say you're healing him? Did you want to go up to him and use your healing hands or something?
Yeah. Wait, which little icon is it?
Is there even an icon for that? Lay on hands.
You have an amount
no,
equal, I think, to
map.
5 times your level, I want to say.
I believe it is a number of hit points equal to 5 times your paladin level.
Yep.
So what do you guys,
So-
level 2? So you can give him 10 health if you want to.
I would say just enough to get him up, because then we can take a short rest.
We already took a short rest.
There's nothing that says you can't take another.
There's no limit on short rest.
There isn't.
Yeah, that is
You can
true.
do a number of short rests equal to infinity.
Well, no, because there's only 24 hours in a day.
Oh, I guess then you can take 16
Yeah.
short rests. But
Yeah, the long rest is the big one. All right, so you're gonna give 5 of your lay on hands healing to him.
Yeah.
All right, that
This-
gets him back up.
This one, recognizing that Thunderwave is very loud, is hiding and covering any approach from the encampment.
Well, we also are a half a mile to a mile away from the camp.
A quarter
Like,
mile.
yeah.
A quarter mile.
It's
so
well over 300 feet.
I would
Yeah,
just
they-
like
they
to
still
say,
can't hear it.
I would just like to say that when
Maybe.
you're coming to Balthazar, you see me like wiping my face like, I wasn't crying, you're crying.
Oh man, I hate getting in the thick of battle.
First of all, we'll step and say, "Is your friend all right? I'm very grateful for your intervention. Those brigands and miscreants were going to continue to take advantage of my skills. Cannot let that pass. I was nearly escaping them when they got wind of my clever maneuver to get out. I was almost home free, but thank you for helping to free me from that camp."
You are quite welcome, Sir Reginald, and you look to be quite parched. Would you like a bottle of water?
I would take some water, yes, thank you. He'll pretty much down it. Like, someone gives you water, you drink the water. Even if you're not thirsty, you drink it all.
What? Why would the Cult of the Dragon be interested in your skills, Sir Reginald?
Well, I am an alchemist by trade.
Really?
Oh,
Tell me,
yes,
Sir
I was
Reginald.
in the area selling healing potions and the sort, and got abducted by them, and they've been using me for my skills ever since then. It's been quite a tragedy. It's been horrible being in their midst.
Clearly, Sir Reginald. Tell me, where's that accent from?
Well, not from this realm, I can tell you that much. I don't even know how I got here.
I see. Well,
So
Sir
we're taking a
Reginald,
short rest here too, right?
would you like to come along with us?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's get the hell away from that cultist camp. Get to somewhere decent and civilized.
You know, I can tell we're gonna be great friends.
Well, I will say our goal is to look at the camp. But yes, there is a town in the greenest, not far from here. Follow that path, and we will be back there eventually, Sir Reginald.
All right, off to greenest it is.
Well,
Are they friendly there?
not
Yes,
immediately.
they are.
Oh,
Well,
Most extraordinarily.
But that's. I would come with open hands and tell them you were sent by Balthazar and the group that just saved this city.
We could give him a document with all of our signatures.
I would accept the document, indeed. That would
Yeah.
make matters run much more smoothly.
And you said you had healing potions. Do you might have some on you?
Well, I make healing potions and various elixirs. Unfortunately, they pretty much have gotten everything that I've made every time I make them, so I just barely managed to escape just now. I'm certain I could make something for you over a long rest.
I see.
That would be delightful.
Most importantly, Sir Reginald, is there anything we can do for you? How can we help you?
I mean, not unless you can somehow get me back to my home of Ravenloft.
Ravenloft? Have we heard of Ravenloft? I know where Ravenloft is, but
Have you heard of Ravenloft?
I'm saying that out of character.
Yeah, I don't know if your character would know what Ravenloft is.
Can I make a history check to see?
Yes.
Okay, what does a 16 get me?
16 gets you some basic knowledge of the existence of Ravenloft.
Okay, so I know it's a thing, but I don't know much else.
You know it's in the, Shadowfell.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
Like, it's a realm within the Shadowfell.
Is this an actual character from, like, Curse of Strahd?
No.
Okay.
No, it isn't. Definitely.
To say, if so, I wish we ran into this guy while we were playing.
But if you mention Count Strahd, he would recognize the name.
Right. Yes, I'm aware that area is ruled over by a man named Strahd von Zarevich.
Oh,
I know it's not of this realm, but I know little else.
Yeah. Dreadful man. Oh, quite despicable. I was also put to work there too, but, I was also paid very well. It was quite a luxurious life, to be honest.
Well, perhaps upon the completion of our quest in tackling the Cult of the Dragons, we could assist you in Ravenloft one day.
Perhaps. You're going to go attack the Cult of the Dragon? 'Cause
Oh, yes.
There's literally hundreds of them.
We're gonna take down the entire cult.
Easily.
Maybe not this camp. We're just scouting this camp out.
But one day the Cult of the Dragon will fall beneath our boots.
Well, I
Eventually.
would be careful. I mean, things are a little bit disheveled right now because they all just came back from a victory at, what was it? Greenest?
Oh no, they
I'd
were
say
not
a
victorious
victory.
at Greenest.
They were definitely not victorious.
They were bringing in loads of gold and food.
Yeah, and that is
victory. They're celebrating. That's why I was able to sneak out, was in their celebration.
Perhaps it was a
But,
partial victory, but it was they suffered heavy casualties.
They were not able to burn down a windmill.
They weren't trying to burn down the windmill. That was a
And
trap.
civilian casualties were kept to a minimum.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's fantastic.
But yeah, I say we give him a piece of paper with all our signatures on it and send him on his way.
You have ink and parchment?
I believe one of us probably does. I would say
Uh,
I would, considering I'm a spellcaster.
Well, it all depends on what you chose for your starting gear. And yes, I have 10 sheets
I
of
do have
parchment. And
Yeah, I was
ink.
going to
I do have
say,
an
he has 10 sheets of parchment and an ink pen as well. Not to mention
Mhm.
a 1-ounce bottle. So yeah, I would say that you can easily make a little document that has your signatures and saying that do vouch for him.
so I'll spread some parchment across like a large stone on the ground
Mhm.
and prepare the pen.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go tuck in the kids, so I need about 15 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. We'll take a pee break in a minute too. That works.
Okay.
All right, I'm very grateful for this. The best of luck to you at the bend at the cultist camp. They're kind of crazy, in case you didn't know.
Did you see anything that would perhaps be of use to us?
Like what?
Any
Prisoners?
individuals of prisoners?
And by the way, Sir Reginald, our names are written on that paper. So if you ever need to find us, or if you ever need to, you know, if you in case you need to know who we are, you know who to ask about if you need to find us again.
Excellent, excellent. All right, I'm going to close this map, and I'm going to say that he is using a stick to scrawl in the dirt to write a very vague map for you. Just got to pull it up. And there it is.
Hey, Harold, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. So,
I'll do you a favor.
do you know how to apply roles to people? How to in here, like how to give away server roles? Because there should have been a role added that's called DJ. And if you could give me that server role, that would be appreciated. That it should have been added whenever I added Chip to the server, or whenever you added Chip to the server. But only somebody with the
on your thing for
Yeah,
options,
right
or-
click on me and click
Uh-huh.
like assign server role or something like that.
I don't see it under there. Maybe it's under settings for the server.
If you can't figure it out, it's fine. It's just a longer process to get the next song working, but it's fine. I can figure it out.
Well,
I think that might have to be a Marte
server
thing
settings,
to give
hold
me
on,
that
under
role,
server
though.
Settings, roles. How do I add you?
You see the one that says DJ?
Do it
Okay,
to him,
I'm-
also do it to me, because next game I think I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll send you between now and then. I'll send you all my Spotify playlists that you can pull music from. I'm digging this music, by the way.
let's see.
Premium, because I do not.
I mean, you don't need Spotify Premium for this. All you're doing is just copying and pasting links for songs.
Add members to this role. Hang on, I think I might have you.
Do you see the role that's called DJ?
No, but I can make a role.
I don't think that'll work. I think this might have to be a Marte thing. Not a
One
big deal.
called Jockey Music. I have admin, jockey music, and chip, and there's no other roles.
Oh, add Chip. Actually, add
Add-
Chip and Jockey to me,
Oh,
and do
okay.
that, and do that to Nick as well.
Okay. Why won't it let me add members? Oh, jockey music cannot be assigned members, and neither can chip.
Oh well. I don't know what it's talking about then. It said literally up there, only those who have the DJ role can use this command.
Yeah, there's no DJ role in here.
Maybe we have to, if we have a role that's just called DJ, that'll work. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, let me know if you find something that I can do to switch it.
Yeah.
Okay. One's stuck into their kids. Green Shadow's AFK for 5 minutes. I say we take a pee break. In the meantime, there is a map of the raider camp that he sprawled out on the dirt so that you can get an idea. It's this horseshoe shape, basically, plateau. Okay?
He has an infused repeating crossbow.
Yes. He is an artificer.
Oh my goodness.
He's an alchemist artificer.
Yeah, alright. I'd say we don't let this guy go to Greenest. I say we recruit him to be part of the team.
I'm gonna go pee while you guys discuss that.
He's gonna want to go back to the camp.
I think we could persuade him.
I mean, if y'all want to, shit, I can cast Charm Person.
No, we're not trying to charm the guy.
He's our
I
buddy.
can just hypnotic gaze and force him back to
that does not
Then he
leave a
can't
good
move.
impression.
That's the only way I make friends. No, I'm just kidding.
I could cast
Really,
friends on him, and then
magical,
be our friend.
like roofies is the way you make friends. Okay.
Imagine if that was a character, like you played an enchantment wizard, and that was your character's thing, and the only way you can make friends, they think, is by magically enchanting, and they just think they magically enchant everybody automatically.
Because they're just that insufferable.
Yeah. They just have like a traumatic, traumatic, childhood.
So therefore they have to traumatize people.
Exactly.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
You know, that guy really doesn't look good for the whole man versus bear argument that's been going around the internet right now.
Oh yeah, would you rather get trapped in a room with a man or a bear?
In the woods is what it goes.
Oh.
I got a new one. Would you rather be trapped with a bear or a man in prison?
Anyway, I have thoughts on that whole debate, but I don't want to get us canceled if somebody ever listens to this stream, so I'll hold my thoughts.
The answer's always bear. Always answer bear.
If you don't want to get canceled, yes.
Well, no, it's funny. It's funnier if your answer's always bear.
No, because I don't want us to get canceled, so I'm not gonna say a thing in case somebody listens to this.
Highly doubt. I don't know.
I've just heard people make some really dumb arguments when talking about this is all.
Oh yeah.
The internet is the best place for dumb arguments.
Like, literally one argument that somebody tried to make is like, I was in a Best Buy once, and my wife was shopping for video games, and this dude was like following her around the store, and she came up to me while I was talking to a store associate and mentioned that the guy was following her around the store, and in that moment, 1 out of 3 guys nearby her had evil intentions. Like, so that means she's like 33% chance likely to be assaulted by a guy. And I'm like, that is the dumbest fucking backwards roundabout reasoning I've ever heard in my entire life. That would be like saying, well, in this one moment, when I was standing next to this woman, who was standing next to this other woman, who was a documented serial killer, that meant I was 50% likely to get murdered by a woman. Therefore, all the time, I'm 50% likely to get murdered by women. It makes no sense.
It really takes away from people who are actually in those situations constantly. Because it makes a mountain out of a molehill in just, frankly, unnecessary situations.
Yeah.
But it's the internet, so...
It is
what's
the
new?
internet. Yep. You know, 9 times out of 10, when I think about how, like, the TikTok ban got passed, I get, like, irritated and mad about it. But occasionally I'll stumble across a video on TikTok where I'm like, you know what? This might be a good thing.
You know, they're actually suing the United States government.
Good.
Yeah, for the First Amendment.
This is very entertaining. I love it. I love watching, like, American politics and feeling like I'm in some kind of K-drama.
Yes, but not the South Korean kind.
The North Korean kind. I just highly doubt that's gonna work. I don't know why they were thinking, let's ban... it just doesn't...
It's a veiled attempt, poorly veiled attempt at censorship is all it is.
I'm just like, is there anything else you could have done? Just anything.
And I have to say, as a left-leaning person myself, it makes me really feel ashamed, the fact that most of the people that supported the ban were also, like, liberal people. It's like, you do realize the majority of your support base is on TikTok, right? Like,
yeah, and majority of your support is the younger crowd, which is most people who use TikTok. So all you're doing is alienating your own
your own,
your own crowd.
Yeah, because really, if you look at the numbers, and I posted it, the majority of the people that supported the TikTok ban were Democrats. There were plenty of Republicans that supported it too, but most of the ones that supported it were Democrats. Which it just baffles me, because literally TikTok skews pretty far left, and so the people that voted for the ban are the people who have the most amount of their supporters on TikTok. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe it's like, you know, what is it called? Like you've been enlightened beyond party lines. This is an objective of censorship, not just an objective of party favors.
I guess, but it just seems like genuinely unintelligent. It's like, what the fuck are you even doing? Like,
well, did you see like did you see the, what was it, the congressional testimony that the TikTok CEO had? Like, genuinely embarrassing. Our government genuinely just made asses of them.
Yeah, they were basically just badgering it.
I know, it was like, so where are you from? Singapore. Right, but where do you have citizenship? Singapore. Right, but what military did you serve? Singapore. Right, but like, where's your company located? Singapore. Like, right, but what languages do you speak? Do you speak Chinese? And he was like, yes. Okay, well, that says it, but it's like, but Chinese is what they speak in Singapore. So it's like this dude just could not get the answer that he wanted, and it was obvious there was an answer that he wanted, and he just couldn't get it. And it's embarrassing, and we're making ourselves look completely idiotic and stupid to the rest of the world right now.
Like CEOs are like genuinely not the best people already, but you just made him look like a hero in that testimony. You made him look like he was fighting the power.
And Europe and Asia are laughing at us over this. Like, American politics, and I'm saying this from a bipartisan perspective, American politics on the global stage is a joke.
Pretty much, yeah. Wish it wasn't, but honestly, who doesn't like basically watching SNL on C-SPAN every few weeks or so?
Right. It's become a drama to people outside the U.S., honestly. It's like, all right, what's going to happen this week?
Which is crazy how much like outside people listen and watch our politics or watch what's going on in the US, but we have no idea what's going on with theirs.
Well, it's because a lot of the stuff that happens here it's either unprecedented, so much so that it's so backwards that it's never happened before, or it's so regressionist that they're like, oh shit, yeah, the last time that happened was in the 1800s. Didn't know that kind of stuff still happened.
It's like watching a history book and like seeing the child turn it upside down and flip it on backwards, and we're just reading the same lines over and over again.
But yeah, I mean, I fully have to admit, when I saw as much blue as I saw for the people that supported the ban, it genuinely made me feel ashamed. Granted, I'm more of a moderate leftist anyway, but I mean, I was like, why is there so much blue there? Like, come on.
Well, they're getting paid out by like Facebook and Meta because that's who gives them money. So you pay for their votes.
True.
They're gonna vote for whoever gives them the most money.
But yeah, I mean, with that being said, the majority, like over half of both parties voted for the ban, but the one that had a higher percentage voting for it was Democrats. Like out of the 50
Facts.
like out of the 100 supporters, and they got like 70 something supporters of this ban, which they only needed a minimum of 60. Like 40 something of them were Democrats and like 20 something were Republicans.
It always happens.
So it was a little higher than that, because it was still more than half of the Republicans that voted for it too, but it was significantly more than half for Democrats. Yeah, where is everybody, by the way?
I'm back.
I guess everyone's peeing. Oh. Hi.
This one is merely a fly on the wall.
Have you guys been listening to this conversation?
Maybe.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep it loosely political, because I do realize that we're still on recording.
I'm not too worried about it.
Viva Revolution. I'm perfectly happy.
That's right. That is 100%. Let's put on our bandanas and berets.
Armed with crossbows and bitch blades.
That's right.
And overthrow all the governments.
Yes. Actually we make this, I would like to change my alignment to chaotic neutral, and let's no, actually I think chaotic good still works for this. I just want to be a revolutionary now. Can we change the tone of the campaign? I mean, technically by being a harper I kind of already am, really.
Sure. It's an open world. Do as thou wilt.
Let's sow discontent and rebellion among the land.
All right. So I think Amelia is the only one who's gone, right? Everyone else is here, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Present.
don't all speak up at once.
Present.
Yeah, I mean, I'm present.
Is Nick back as well?
Yeah. Nick, you're there, right? Oh, thought he was.
Maybe we're missing 2 out of 5. Wait for at least one more player. I thought we were discussing whether or not you wanted Sir Reginald Percival Vargaris III to head back to camp.
I want him to come with us. That's what I want.
I think he should come with us.
But why would he want to go back to the camp that he just escaped from?
To ensure his freedom indefinitely. Those people might go looking for him.
I think he wants revenge.
You should think
Just a
about
little
your
bit.
argument. You should think about your argument after everyone comes back.
Because I
Target
would
is gonna
say...
use on him.
I think
I-
everybody is back, but Dahlia.
Hey, there you are. I would say, because think about it. He can escape now.
I've been saying I've been here.
You must have been
Oh.
muted then.
I literally unmuted and unmuted back.
Nobody heard you.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Alright.
because think about it. If he escapes now and just doesn't do anything, for the rest of his days, he's going to wonder if those people are going to come for him.
All right. Well, why don't you address this to Sir?
Well,
Reginald?
I'm the one who's not quite as persuasive as others present.
All right. So who is?
Oh,
going
I'm
to do
quite
some
persuasive.
persuading?
Like,
Sir Reginald,
Yes. Yes. Golden Dragonborn. What can I do for you?
perhaps you may be interested in an idea some of my members and I have.
Uh-oh. And what is your idea, good sir?
Well, in my heart burns a strong desire for justice for my people. And in a way, you have been wronged by these treacherous cult of the dragon. Would you like to perhaps accompany us?
You mean go back to the raider camp? Have you lost your mind? I barely escaped the first time.
I've not lost my mind.
Can I
but-
assist with the purpose of giving him advantage by making
Yeah.
a point of my own?
It's a nice open conversation with the kobold.
Think of it this way, Sir Reginald. If you escape and run away now, you ensure your immediate safety, yes. But in the long run, you will always be looking over your shoulder. You will always be wondering if you've been followed. Maybe they found where you are. You will be free in the physical sense, but mentally, you will be just as imprisoned as you have always been. However, if we clear out the threat from those who have seen you, those who are familiar with you, not only are you free as in having secured your escape, you now no longer have to wonder if you've been followed. You no longer have to wonder if you need to keep an eye on your back, taking a different route home every day, eating with your back to the wall. You'd ensure not just freedom, but peace.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Me or
Yeah.
him?
Him, Ragnarvalder.
Okay.
You were
Let's do
assisted.
it.
Crushed it.
That was a nat 20. Well, Sir Reginald is going to growl and grumble and eye you angrily like he's about to bite your finger off. But then, I concede, good sir. I cannot leave this lie. I will return with you to the bandit camp. We will try to finish this. Do you have a bomb or something? Like, how are you? It's literally over 100 of them. What are we going to do? Please let me in on your brilliant plan.
My eyes widen at the sudden realization of the numbers. Well, you see, perhaps we just take out their leader. Allow them to become unorganized.
That would take a lot to get to the leader. There are a lot of numbers between us and the leader. A number of devout guards that will not let anyone pass without permission of their leader.
Well, I'm open to ideas.
To be honest with you, Reginald, our goal here is not to take down the camp. Our goal here is to get information that'll be useful for us to take down the Horde of the Dragon Queen indefinitely.
This is true, Sir Reginald. So if you assist us in this...
Then.
Yes. So if you assist us with this, then you might not achieve this peace immediately, but you ensure that one day you can live the remainder of your days unbothered.
Very well. He returns to the drawing he was making in the dirt, which is the Raiders camp picture I provided, and points out that the entrance would be at the point at the very north and west side of the map. That pin right there, that is the lower guard tower.
The Raiders camp is still blacked out for me.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
because we have to be on it to be able to see it, most likely.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Let's see. Can I just go ahead and add you guys to it?
I see a grid.
I don't think I even see that. I just see a black screen.
Yeah, it's a black screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, hold on.
Hey, there we go. But it's also going to be based on line of sight, what we can see, because, oh, where did... Oh, wow, this is big. Okay, I didn't see myself because I hadn't zoomed in enough.
Yeah, you guys are in the top left corner there. There is the lower guard tower, which is occupied by a couple of kobolds.
Where is this tower?
It's the one where the pin is in.
Oh, I am
don't
not
have a
seeing a
pin.
pin.
It's...
Oh,
Oh,
so
it's
only
square.
DMs can see pins.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah.
is the little square right under the letters A and M.
I see. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Yes,
Yeah,
and all
only
those circles, a
Pins
lot
are
of
for
the-
DMs. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
okay. Well, now that makes sense. So a lot of those circles underneath of it, those are tents. Those tents right underneath of that first lower guard tower is where the kobolds stay. Those are the kobold tents.
Viva Revolution.
Not yet.
Oh.
I mean, you could, as a distraction, you could sow an uprising here. You could go into that tent and perhaps convince the kobolds of this uprising, make them rise up. It might be a little risky, though, because if it all
or
goes
maybe-
foul...
Maybe we should just stick to gathering information for the meantime.
Perhaps we try that last.
Okay.
But that, out of character, that's what we were charged with, right? Was just
Yeah.
collecting information about the camp.
Reconnaissance, basically.
Yeah, so I think we got 250 gold per each of us if we go back now. We found where the camp is, we have the camp numbers.
But we don't know
We have a map.
anything, though. We also needed to discover where they were next going to attack. So this is exactly, and luckily I took notes, this is exactly what he wanted us to find out. Who attacked Greenest, where they came from, who leads them, when they might attack next, and recover any stolen treasures. That was our mission.
Did you forget about Leosin?
The monk.
Oh yeah, and Leosin Leanther, the monk. So, though I thought Leosin was going to be in Verdusk. That's what I have in my notes.
What?
Oh no, that's Nessum Willager that we're supposed to find in Verdusk.
That's information you get after Chapter 2 is concluded that you must have gotten out of the module, reading ahead on the module.
Nope, I did not read ahead on the module. This is all just stuff you mentioned. And it says, Nessum Willager, he has been investigating the raiders, and his friend fears for his well-being. We are to find him in Verdusk if we can.
Yeah, I took lousy notes last round because I forgot my notebook. So.
I promise, I did not
I
read ahead. If you mentioned that, then I took note of it, but I didn't read ahead.
Where did you say he was supposed to be seen later on? Oh, Burdusk. No. One of his brothers had departed for Burdusk to bring back help, but will be many days. He thinks that Leosin was captured by the cultists.
Okay. Yeah, I have, as we were leaving, a wounded man asked us to find Leosin Lerlanther, a monk who went missing during the raid. That's what I have in my notes.
Yeah.
So maybe we should split into, because we know where they are, but we need to rescue Leosin if he's here and see who their leader is. So maybe we split into 2 parties?
Well, I hate to suggest something that might put one of our allies in danger, but Friar, this certainly seems to be your speciality.
This one is well trained.
Perhaps I dress Friar up so he looks like one of the cultists. And
I think
if
all
he
of us
happens to get
should
seen-
disguise ourselves as cultists.
True.
Realize that most of the cultists are not dressed up in any particular manner. They're just wearing common clothes. Only the ones from the, not last group, but the group before that you defeated actually were wearing, like, garb. The rear guard, basically.
Well, still, it couldn't hurt to wear that.
Only the rear guard are the only ones that you've seen that had the black leather tunics with flared black mantles. Everyone else has been dressed pretty average.
I'm open to any suggestions that anyone would have.
Well, who are our most Bahamut-looking individuals in our party?
You?
Yeah.
Pretty much. But
This
realize
one would
that
have-
most of the cultists are human. Anyway, humans are kobolds.
This one would not pass as a human.
If you covered up your face, you could.
This is
Could I disguise myself as a yellow chromatic dragonborn?
Yellow dragonborn aren't a thing. Or yellow dragons aren't a thing.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me see.
You got red, black, green, blue.
Oh, I could
I'm
do
missing
green.
one.
Green or black. I could just cover myself in ink from my
you have
disguise.
a disguise kit, so
And white is the another one. So red, black, green, blue, and white.
just dive into some baby powder.
I could do that.
Does anybody have any baby powder?
I mean, you got a disguise kit.
That's fair.
What do I roll for my disguise kit use?
I think you let him do charisma last time.
Hold on. I think it was.
You did let him do charisma last time, but that's
Was it charisma? I thought it was performance, but maybe it was charisma.
well,
Just
it would
straight-
be it wouldn't be performance because it would be with the tool that he's using.
Oh yeah. I think whatever it was like 2 things that had the same exact roll, so it wasn't going to matter too much.
Well, you said it wouldn't matter much. You were gonna let it be either dexterity or charisma, and he went with charisma since it's 1 point higher.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
All
literally just listened to this on the way home from work, so I'm pretty fresh on the last game.
Yeah, you look just like a white dragon. White dragonborn. Alright. Is Amelia back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't realize you got back. Did you
Sorry.
just get back?
What?
Did you just get back?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Ragnarvalder.
So you know that they persuaded the Kobold to join them.
Yeah.
And he's giving you a little bit of the layout, pointing out the guard tower and the tents that are there that house, the 100 or so kobolds that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't want this to turn into a battle map. Just an FYI. Before you head in, did you want to know anything else about the map? Like any other areas or things you wanted to know or to ask him?
Not that I can think of.
Ragnvalder, I have an idea. Perhaps if you find yourself questioned about your business there, mention that you have been asked to question Leosin or Lanther, and to really sell it, drop a big name. Say either Langdragosa gave you the order to acquire this prisoner and bring it to him, or you could even mention Frula Mondath, who is above him, and perhaps either one of them could have given you orders to acquire the prisoner and bring the prisoner to them.
What's
Could the Kobold hear you say this?
I would think so. I mean, I'm saying it somewhat hushed, but not in a whisper.
Rulam only manages the day-to-day matters at the camp. Rezimir, the Black Half-Dragon, the Black Half-Dragon is the one who set up the camp.
Is Rezimir here, likely at the moment?
Oh, most certainly.
Then that presents a problem, because we do not need them to be able to verify these orders.
Well, they're usually in the big tent, in the bottom right corner of the map here, protected by an honor guard.
Rezimir is.
Rezimir, Frulam Mondath, and Langdadrosa.
So they would be able to verify it with that any of them gave the order then, and then thus discovering they did not, is what you were saying.
Yeah, certainly.
But that's if we're caught.
Right, but how are we
What's the
supposed
bother?
to lead him out of the camp without being caught?
Look, you could persuade them to, persuade them not to even go bother asking that that's the right orders, considering if they do, they could potentially be killed because they're going against their wishes.
That's true. Intimidation and fear.
That is true. Well, it would be more deceiving them, but that is true. You know what? I trust your abilities. I trust your judgment, Ragnvalder. I believe that in the moment you'll be able to think on your feet quick enough.
Is it this camp is in a canyon? Is that what the maps are representing?
It's basically like a horseshoe-shaped plateau.
Oh, it's a plateau.
Okay.
Well, it's like a recess in a plateau. So what you see is the recess, and then if you were to be able to pan out, what you can kind of see in the bottom left corner there is that's what it would look like. Is there's this large plateau all around it, or the large wall basically around it. So you kind of have to go in that one way. It's pretty well protected.
Okay.
Not that it can't be climbed or anything. Not that that's not an option.
Should we secure some means of egress prior to beginning whatever plans that we come up with? Maybe go ahead and attach some rope to the side of this cliff?
You guys are planning now. Somebody else jump in.
What do you want to do?
Secure a more convenient means of escape prior to beginning our infiltration of the camp. Basically, somebody who's good at climbing, secure some rope to the top of the cliff face. Then as we're leaving, we can climb, and then once we get to the top, simply cut the rope.
Yeah, that could potentially be. They could potentially see that, and
Right, but it's just rope.
yeah, it's up to y'all. Y'all want to do it? I'm game.
This is possible.
I'm just making suggestions. If you have sound reasons as to why you don't believe that would be a wise idea, I'm not
it would
unwilling.
be bad. it would give us some time to escape if shit were to hit the fan.
So you want to send one person to stealth around the outside to set up a rope as a escape?
Or not even necessarily around the outside. We could set it up just like right there.
Right where?
Where I put my arrow
I
pointing.
mean, literally, if you can get to that rope, you might as well just continue running out the camp. That rope's like at the exit. You'd literally climb up and they could just run around and be up there.
I see. So they could basically go around this way and then over that way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that wouldn't really get you very far. Deeper in is where it's more steep.
So this is if we were to climb out of here, would we be climbing up or would we be climbing down?
You would first be climbing up to get out of the camp, and then climbing down to get off the horseshoe plateau.
I see. Okay. I wish one of us had slow fall.
If only.
Because then we could all just jump. I'm gonna have to pick that up eventually.
Featherfall?
Yeah.
I thought that only works on one person, though, like only on yourself.
Nope, you can cast it on other people.
Isn't it a reaction, Featherfall?
Don't think so.
Featherfall's not a reaction?
At least
It is
not
a
in
reaction.
Really?
Yes, because remember when we were fighting the Tarask, he cast Lucas cast Featherfall on Molly as a reaction.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's a reaction which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls. Now, the thing is, what you could have a teammate that just jumps and then, as a reaction, cast the spell on them as they're jumping.
Yeah, that's true. If we all jumped at the same time,
Yeah.
then we could
You
just...
can target up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate totally changed that, because I was thinking of it from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
It's not a
Baldur's
reaction spell
Gate,
on Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you have to cast it and then jump.
Yeah. But either way, I don't think it really matters in this instance. That's fine. I mean, it'll still work.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I guess casually strolling into this camp like we belong here.
I mean, one of us is. I'm
escape
not.
route?
Casually stalking. Yeah. Sounds a good plan as any.
I mean, I'll be completely honest here. What we're planning here is a bit out of my comfort zone. I'm fully willing to go along with any plan that we can conceive of, but the odds are pretty heavily stacked here.
All right, in other words, he's crowdsourcing for someone else to come up with an idea for a plan.
Literally, yes.
Does the one called Reginald know where they keep the prisoner?
Yes, here. And he points to the very southern part of the camp. That little corner there, those tents, the prisoners are in the tents at night, and during their day, they're in their work detail, basically.
So here is where he is, where I put my square.
Right there during the day, and at night they're kept in these tents right there.
The prisoners are.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
They're guarded by 4 dragon claws.
Ooh, well then.
Ooh.
What is this dragon claw?
Let's see if I can find a picture of a dragon claw.
By the way, Nick, you didn't roll your hit dice when you took that short rest.
I didn't really do. I didn't know we were taking a short rest. I asked if we were, and
Well, we've been planning
And I
this
got
for
a
a
one.
while, so...
So I just slid a picture over there for you guys to take a look at. That is what a dragon claw looks like. They're pretty nasty.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh
him.
yeah, we've seen one.
It's basically the elite guard of the Cult of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I'm debating whether I should use one of my hit dice. Might as well.
Reginald will jump in with, but at night they are merely chained up. It's only during the day that the guards have to keep an eye on them when they're working.
I see.
Oh.
So
At
it's
night they're just shacking to posts. in
it's
their
becoming increasingly clear that we should do this at night. Now, reasonably speaking, if we were disguised, what reason would anybody have of suspecting us at all? My suggestion is, and this is the best I have, we disguise ourselves, make our way through the camp, and if we are challenged, we let Ragnarvalder and Balthazar do the talking.
This one suspects that perhaps skirting the camp to get to the southern edge, then rappelling the wall to rescue the prisoner.
That's fair. We could climb the wall back here.
Back where?
Where we are now. Before we go into the camp, we could climb the wall here and make our way to the southern edge, but not in plain sight. You're a genius, Green Shadow.
This is scouting.
I'm confused. So what are you gonna do?
Basically, we would go here, scale the wall, make our way around like this, around the edge of the camp, but not in the thick of the camp. And then after getting all the way to here, if you're following, have you been following my arrows this far?
Yes.
Once we get all the way to here, not in the main part of the camp, we would then climb down, get him, climb back up, and escape across the southern edge. Or the western edge, I should say.
But how are you going to get the information that would reward you with the 250 gold apiece?
We've kind of already
fair.
gotten that information
At the very
from you,
least,
and we could get the information from the prisoner.
we can secure him first, question him, discover what he knows, and if it turns out that there's still part of our mission that remains, then
If he disappears, they're going to go on high alert and start searching.
So do we
So-
get our information before we grab our
What's-
prisoner?
Brother, what's the information we need again?
we need to discover. Let's see. Let me scroll back up in my notes. I swear, if I didn't take notes, guys. All right, let's see. Where did I put it? Well, I have to find it. Where did I put it in my notes? Where did I put it in my notes?
You want me to jump in here?
Yeah, refresh our memories.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? Okay.
We need to find out who attacked Greenest, where they
Okay.
came from, who
Okay.
leads them, when
Okay.
when and where they might attack next, and recover any stolen treasures.
Okay, so the only thing we haven't figured out is where and when they're going to attack next.
But we also need to discover who leads them.
We already did.
We know that.
Resume, right?
Rezimir, true, but what if he has a boss? Shouldn't we confirm that?
Well, we've already confirmed that there's a higher boss, so I feel like that's good enough for right now. Plus, the prisoner might have plenty of information for us.
That is
Maybe.
true. A lot of this remains to be seen based on what we can discover from Leosin upon securing his rescue.
Exactly. Seems like he is well knowledge. I mean, he's got captured. They obviously don't want him loose.
The note I have is that Leosin the monk studies these raiders.
Yes, I
Exactly.
do remember that. So that would be... I feel as though it's too early to plan out the later details yet. The remainder of the plan is contingent upon what Leosin is able or isn't able to tell us.
I think the main goal here is to get Leosin alive.
Well, that's actually not the main goal. That's a side goal. But either way, yes, there is strategic reason to prioritize his safety. So I'm
You could
personally
also try getting captured yourselves. That could be fun.
no, that does not sound fun. I'm personally comfortable, at least as comfortable as can be, considering the depth of what it is that we are planning, with what we have discussed so far. However, of course,
And what's our contingency plan if we do get caught? Is for me and Balthazar to bullshit.
to
I
bullshit,
assume.
yes. And contingent upon the bullshitting not working, we run like hell.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
So no, we just gotta wait till nighttime.
Yes.
Does
So you're not
anyone
gonna try
have
to infiltrate the camp during the day?
Does anyone have any information on the Dragon Claw? Are they actually humans that are just called Dragon Claw, or is this a...
Yeah,
They're
they're just small dragons.
humanoid, right?
I think
Yes.
they're humans. They're just highly skilled warriors, from what I understand. Actually, I don't know if they have any spellcasting abilities or not, but I know they're...
Hypnotic.
By the way,
Our
I'm glad
characters, though.
I'm glad you mentioned the hypnotic thing. Harold, I have a critique, or I wouldn't even say a critique, a rebuttal to something from last time we played. How would the guards know how hypnotic gaze works enough to know that attacking their buddy would break it? I would think only a wizard would be familiar with exactly that element of how that ability functions.
So I will tell you exactly why. We can go right to, let's see, right to his ability, Hypnotic Gaze, and in it, when it says the charms creature's speed dropped to 0 and the creature is incapacitated and visibly dazed.
Right,
Visibly dazed. They can see that he's dazed.
right, but how would
They don't-
they know that hucking a spear at their buddy will break that?
If you were dazed and I hit you really hard, there's a good chance that you won't be dazed anymore.
Not necessarily, not if it's magic.
A lot of times, yes, if it's magic.
Let him do what he wants.
Yeah, they're not going to be unfamiliar with magic and charm magic, being around magic all the time. Most people are familiar
Sure.
with, somebody being under hypnosis or some type of charm and whatnot. They
I
may
just-
not be a magician but they can see that someone, especially if they're face to face with an enemy, and then suddenly they look like they reel backwards and they're just like stunned and dazed. They're going to be
Right.
like, oh shit, he did something to them.
But
They may not know exactly what it is, but they're going to try to shake him out of it.
sure, but I feel like most people wouldn't reach the conclusion that if I hit this person and do damage to them, it will break them out. Now, an exceptionally smart person might.
Well, what
But-
else are they going to do? Also, since they're resistant to charm, realize that means they probably had some training with resisting charms.
Most of the cultists have the advantage on getting charmed.
Yeah, they have advantage on charmed effects.
It's all good. Like you said, I get a lot of value out of it considering action economy. They have to now use their entire action to damage their own player or their own team, whatever.
Yeah,
Not
I
only that,
guess.
you get it down to one enemy, it just ends the fight. And then it's not just in combat, it has a lot of out of combat
Oh yeah,
utility.
it does.
Like,
that's
the fact that
true.
you can literally just be like, boom, look into my eyes, and then you have advantage on them for persuasion or deception checks and whatnot.
That's fair. So I also, on that same note, back to being in character, I will look at Balthazar and say, also, that little ability of yours that you've developed, keep that in your back pocket for this. You may need it.
Oh, for sure. I've also got a charm person I could use.
All right, so are you guys you guys aren't going into the camp at all? You guys are going to go around the back of the camp, correct?
I think that's
Yeah,
what we
man.
agreed upon, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
During the night.
we're gonna scale the wall at night and make our way, like, again, we're literally doing this, and going all the way around.
I'm not even going to do strength checks, because if you fail, you just climb up again.
Yeah, I would also think that whoever is
Like,
the first person to
combat.
climb could secure a rope to something at the top of it for the rest of us to follow.
Probably Dahlia. Now, once you get down there, you will need to do stealth checks. And realize that if you're sneaking around at night, then that's more likely to attract suspicion than simply walking in, because there are going to be guards and troops all over the place here.
We planned what we planned.
Mm-hmm.
Should we have Dahlia stay behind?
Or
This is a
maybe
good
not
idea.
necessarily stay behind, but stay up on the cliff while we're doing this
Maybe
infiltration.
at the rope, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. I should suck it.
And then
I don't mean to leave you out
she'll-
of this, Dahlia.
she'll hear if something happens and know whether she should join the fray or not.
Yeah.
So she follows us all the way around, just until we're about to climb down. And at that point, she remains behind at the ready.
Yeah.
All right, so am I moving your tokens way the hell down here?
You tell me. That's where we want to
Yeah.
go. So,
Okay, let me take you. I'm just going to take you off and then add you back on, because otherwise it's going to be really annoying.
can you take me higher?
Delete token. Oh wait, delete all tokens. There we go. It's a huge ass map. All right. So what spot are you coming down at? Like right behind the square?
I am lighting incense at the moment, so I'm not looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where the camp is, the prisoner camp.
All right. I think so. Reginald is going to stay with Dahlia. Good luck.
Fair enough, Sir Reginald. Remember, though, in the event of a skirmish, your assistance could ultimately secure your peaceful freedom. You sacrifice your comfort now for an even greater return later. That's the point of this.
Well, my motto has always been, look out for number one.
And just to be clear,
we're number one to you, Sir Reginald. I could cry.
Oh,
we did climb down into the camp, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Did these ones that this one travels with, did these ones have night vision?
Yes. Other than one of us.
Hey,
Ragnarok.
Nick, you
I do
wouldn't
not
have
have
wanted
that.
to have used more hit dice at that rest. Oh,
I
wait,
only
you didn't
have that.
you didn't do Song of Rest for that last one.
Oh, I didn't. That's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you'd still
Song
get a
of Rest
D6.
Adds another D6, yeah, if everyone's healing.
Yeah. So that'd be Friar and Balthazar.
Which means I wouldn't have even had to have used my hit dice, because I could have gotten that D6 anyway, to heal that 3, depending on what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would have still used it, never mind. Oh my god. Wait, though, oh, it did calculate your constitution into it, okay. So that's your last hit dice?
Yeah.
So there
Shit,
was Song of Rest, yes.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
did he use the Song of Rest?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he would.
rolled
I
it, he
just-
just rolled a 1.
I just. Yeah.
Is that one for everyone, or I'm not
Yes.
familiar with
Yeah,
that.
it's 1 for everybody.
Yeah, so you're healed up, Green Shadow.
Yes.
Bards are so useful.
They are, especially early on. That Song of Rest is clutch.
Yeah.
All right.
So who again out of character? Who does not have night vision? That's going into the
That's-
camp.
Just Ragnarok.
So perhaps Ragnvaldo stays in the rear.
No,
Or
No, he can give him the ability to see.
Oh yeah, that's right. And it also makes it like what, like 120 when you give it to people?
more
is it
like
like
300.
Jesus. Okay.
You guys see everything.
I see colors that I didn't know existed.
So, this one believes that this allows us to avoid the patrols. There's no patrol that can see as far as these ones can see.
That's true. We will
I mean,
see anybody before they see us.
This allows the avoidance.
So actually, you could simulate that, Lee. You could literally, in the effects, there's an area, there's an option where you can make this whole area basically be
Dark?
yeah, basically be completely dark. And
Oh,
then
I
if
see that.
all of us under senses type in dark vision 300, it will let us see 300 feet in the
give it
darkness.
to all of us.
How do I turn it dark?
There's a way to do so in
Later,
effects.
I have effect pulled up. Zoom, show hide, enable disable line of sight, enable disable lighting.
That.
And just to be clear,
And then click it again. Huh. Weird.
How about line of sight?
Well, we already have
I think
line of
that should
sight
be-
enabled, I think.
Well, technically, yeah, you'd have to have actual buildings on this map to actually do that.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
it does count the walls. I noticed it's counting the walls for line of sight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm just gonna say you guys see everything.
yeah,
Okay.
we can just roleplay it. We see further than they can, because this is complete darkness, right? It's not low light.
Yeah, but
It's darkness.
I mean, they have torches
You can
and
only
whatnot in
affect
various places
certain
to
many
light,
people.
light things
Sure.
up.
What were
You
you
Like
can
they
saying?
only
still have
affect-
guards,
You can only
torches,
affect
patrols, everything.
people, I think. He can
Oh.
only affect a certain amount. I don't think he can affect all of us with it.
I think he can.
No, I can only do 2 characters.
Oh, it's just two other people.
Yeah.
Well,
I
one
always have it.
one of them needs to be Ragnarvalder.
I already did Ragnarvalder.
So
Yeah.
it's between either myself or Balthazar. I'd say probably give it to Balthazar.
I mean, you still have night vision.
Yeah, I still have my 60 foot. But I'd say probably give the 300 to Balthazar, seeing as how it's probably more important for him to see somebody than me, seeing he's the one who could talk his way out of it better.
All right. Well, now all you can see. Are you guys going to try to sneak into the prisoner camp? Prisoner tents?
Best I
Prior
can.
to this,
Yeah.
prior to this, can Sir Reginald describe the monk? Such
Yeah,
that
that's
we
a
might
good idea.
identify?
I think,
Well, he was already described by the one who sent you after him.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't remember that.
yeah, we know what he looks like.
Does Sir Reginald know which of the tents?
Well, they're chained up. Yeah, he told us
There's
which one of
a
the
couple of different tents there.
Yeah, there's several tents.
They're all prisoner tents.
Did you need a stealth check from us?
Yes.
Stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, okay. This
Don't
might
worry,
be.
stealth-
worry,
Let's go.
I have plenty of inspirations.
Probably be the time to use them.
Uh,
Yeah, really on one of them.
Looks
You
like
know
we
what?
got inspiration.
Can you grant me an inspiration? No,
Of
even if it
course
was
I
a
can.
even if it was a D6, that still
Yeah, that
wouldn't
still wouldn't do it.
do it.
You
So I'm
could
gonna
you could use your inspiration for it.
yeah, I have to. All right, here we
Maybe
go.
giving
wanna
yourself.
stay sneaky?
Can you give yourself an inspiration? You inspire yourself.
Be inspired.
Okay, that
Oh,
was
no.
worth it.
Yeah, that's-
that was
that's
worth
right.
it.
Now
Oh my
you
God!
guys
Two
are
two
sneaking
crits
into
on that
the camp.
roll. 2 of us critted that roll.
And
None
one of
us
them
crit into
almost
that,
crit. one of them was a 19.
You are shadows in the night.
I am one with the darkness.
There are actually several prisoners here. There are 8 prisoners here, as well as Leosin.
Oh.
Several of them are from Greenest.
Sorry, guys.
Did I?
Oh,
Are they sleeping?
you're only gonna rescue Leosin? You're just gonna leave him
No,
there?
I'm joking. I'm gonna try to save whoever I can. That's what Santa would
I
do.
should sleep all of them, and we should just grab Leonis.
All
No,
of them?
we go for
Then we'll have to drag
Leosin
the-
first, but we still try to see if we can get the rest out.
Okay, fine.
And this is gonna count as our treasure. Because what's more treasure than life?
Fair enough.
Is it
Sure,
though?
but gold helps. Alright, I guess...
Yeah, but put a price tag on your life.
Alright,
Exactly.
to pick out which one's Leosin, just everybody roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Scouting for Leosin.
Well,
Wow.
damn.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
I
Wow.
see
Oh
nothing.
my goodness. We don't know
Alright.
where anybody
You don't
is.
know who Leosin is. Alright, you can
What
just
are
go
what
one by
are
one.
people? Is that a person or is that a stump?
Who am I? Am I a person?
I don't
This-
see myself. I stealthed so well and perceived so poorly that I no longer know where I am.
Alright. So you come across the first one, the first prisoner. What would you like to do?
Are you Leosin? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, if it means getting out of here, yeah. Yeah.
Are you-
Are you here to rescue Leosin? Yes, I'm Leosin. Totally.
Are you my mother?
I put
Are
my
you my
finger.
mother?
I put my finger on my mouth, telling him to be quiet, and I motioned towards my brother to hand me a dagger to cut him loose. Follow us.
It's not
if you
ropes,
want.
it's chains.
Oh, chains. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, I don't have any daggers.
Yeah. Whatever.
Shit, I wish
And
Dahlia
the
was here.
prisoner will point at a guard off in the distance that's talking to another guard and say, "The guards have the keys."
We
Okay,
might even lock pick
here's the plan. Bullshit the guard.
'em. We
gather
can,
his
no, we
attention.
can lock pick the.
This
Hey.
one
Oh, yeah.
has. This one has, regrettably, thieves' tools.
Yes.
The
I
non-thief
told you
has
he was a thief.
Yes, thief, please let him out.
I mean, the argument that you're not a thief keeps dwindling when you pull out thieves' tools and start picking locks. All right, roll a dexterity check.
Is it a straight
Oh,
dex
that's-
check?
It's a dexterity check, and you add your proficiency bonus to it.
Did he pick up expertise in that, or he doesn't not have that yet?
Or is it just
No.
proficiency?
I think
don't
it's
think he
proficiency in
gets
thieves'
expertise.
tools.
Okay, so just
And-
proficiency.
Oh, let's
Okay.
save. Which is dex check? Just the.
Just go look. If you already have, yeah, okay. So just go to your saves and roll a saving roll because it's already gonna.
It
add
is
your-
saved.
Well,
Okay, all right.
He,
all
he
right.
might not.
Well, no,
It
no,
does.
because he has proficiency in dexterity. Well, yeah, that would actually add his,
Yeah,
his
it's
proficiency.
just
So, yeah,
the same.
it would
Yeah.
work.
Dex save
Okay.
works.
Yeah, it's basically a +6. And
What?
yeah,
Nah.
Oh my goodness.
he picks
That's
that
making me
lock from the
real
prisoner.
nervous.
So since he picked that log pretty easily, can he have advantage on the rest of them?
Yes, that actually kind of makes sense. He figured out how to pick the lock. He could pick the other ones pretty well.
Oh,
Am I rolling these, or are you just
Good job.
granting that?
Well,
Good
yeah,
job,
you
Friar.
Can, you can continue going through the prisoners and picking their locks for them if you want, and asking with their Leerison as you get to them.
No, this one does not ask if their name is a particular name. This one asks,
What
What
their
is your
name
name?
is. Yeah, that's a good idea.
tell this one your name.
Ricardo Montalban.
Now let's do this for every single prisoner. So we're forcing him to come up with names for each of them.
Well, we have to.
We
Oh, yeah.
clearly. So, I want to know all of their names.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Tell us all of their names, Lee. Every single one of their names.
All right, the next one is Ginger Lovins.
I will take notes of this. So the first one was
Oh
Ricardo
my god, why am I burning up all these 20s?
Montebons, Ginger Lovins.
Lovins.
All right, what's the next one's name?
Alexander Hasselbach.
What is it? Dalek Vendor Hasselbach?
Mm-hmm.
Like from Doctor Who? Dalek
I don't know.
Vendor Hasselbach. Dalek.
How many total are housed here?
8. I think you said
Yeah,
8, right?
8.
So
Yep.
one of them might be Leosin, but we need to know the other 5's names.
Plus
All the names.
All right, so what let's go down the line. Let's get some more names.
The next one is Derek.
Just Derek.
Just
Derek.
Derek. Mm-hmm.
Like first name Just, last name Derek.
Derek. Just.
All right. So
All right.
that's
Was
looking
that
like
8?
yeah, that's looking like all of them are freed.
Still need 4 more names.
The names are very important.
The names are very important.
I will remember these names, and I will ask about these people later.
A lot of them are like, what? What's my name? What are you talking about? I don't remember. I've been here so long. Who am I?
Oh,
Been
we can name
here so long.
What is my name? Is that Dwarfish?
Your name?
I got been here so long. BenHirSolong.
Fish.
Fish?
One guy's name is Fish.
Fish.
Or
All
at
right.
least they call him Fish.
So none of them are who we're looking for?
The last one is, yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
By the way, when you get to him, he's pissed. What the hell are you doing here?
We're here to get you out.
I've been trying to collect information. I allowed myself to be captured. A little bit longer, and I'd know everything.
Governor Nighthill seems to think otherwise.
Actually, an injured boy seems to think otherwise.
What was the name of the guy that sent us?
little
Was it
bloody wart.
Nessim Waladra?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Of course that little punk is going to send someone after me. Ugh, such a worrier. All right, fine. Let's get out of here then.
So I take it that you've gathered quite a bit of intel from your time here.
Yes. Yes, enough.
Oh,
I've been studying for some time.
there's one fellow prisoner of yours, by the way, whose name we have not gathered. We've only have 7 names.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is either. He hasn't said a word since I've seen him.
Can you
You know, I
describe
think
the
his
guy?
tongue is cut out.
Dirty, dark, scraggly hair, scratched up. There's really not time for this. If we're gonna get out of here, we need to do it now.
Oh.
Okay, let's
We
take
can
all
go over
8
this
prisoners with us.
Mm-hmm.
Ricardo, Ginger, are you proficient climbers? We have a rope.
Sure. Whatever gets us the hell out.
Okay. Please show Justin Ben here how to get out of here.
Shut the fuck up,
Take the
brother.
fish with
Oh.
you.
Take the fish.
Very, very alert for the approach of any guards.
Yeah, we've begun our egress, I would say.
This
Let's
one
get
covers
out of
the
here.
this one covers the egress from the ground.
Said you mostly avoided talking to any of the cultists. Congratulations. You bypassed a good chunk of chapter 2.
Yes.
Leave it to players, man. Quick on your feet.
Well, I kind of threw you a bone with Mr. Reginald.
I do.
Kinda.
I am happy about Mr. Reginald. He's going to be besties with me
Mr.
eventually.
Reggie.
He's very happy about being rescued from the ones that were chasing him.
All right. So us and the 8 prisoners, one of who is still unnamed, climb out of there. Remind me to circle back and get his name.
I mean, if he can speak. So much torture and abuse in the camp. He may have just gone mute.
I'm going to ask the gentleman his name.
Cut out. I think his tongue is cut out.
I offer my arm to him and an ink pen, allowing him to write his name.
He doesn't know how to write.
Ah, I see.
We can name him.
He looks very confused. And also sad and scared and confused.
Alright, let's go. Not worry about the fucking name, let's go.
As soon as we get to the top, they just run.
Sneakily, motherfuckers, sneakily.
Well, they run with, as much as they can muster.
They do their best to cautiously GTFO.
Leosin has actually taken a lot of abuse and deprived of food and water since he's been captured and all like that. So they do actually need a little bit of help.
Yeah, I'm going to offer Leosin a bottle of water if he would like to partake.
Oh, he'll take it.
I will offer him some delicious rations.
Yes, some crackers and dried fruit. But yeah, I will offer him my water skin, seeing that he does look visibly parched.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's a water skin. It's a leather bag with a stopper on the top that you put water in.
Yep.
Does the monk want a cracker?
How about we get the hell out of here, and then we'll talk about snacks.
The monk is about to throw hands.
Yeah, so... later. Let's get the hell out of here. I would, again, I'd say I would, at a slow to modest pace, make my way back around with the rest of my comrades.
All right.
Prior to climbing the rope out, this one shall use mending to restore the condition of the ground to the way it was before these ones walked on it.
And creative use of that spell. Alright, so what happens next, Lee?
Alright. So you guys are back on the road heading back towards Greenest, right?
I don't think yet. I think we would have just made it to the entrance of the camp, and before we completely leave, I mean, we're going to get a safe distance away, but I want to discover what it is that Leosin knows, so we know whether we need to discover anything else before we leave.
You can hear some noise because they've set off the alarm because they've seen that the prisoners are gone.
Okay, I think we should leave.
Get out of here.
Alright, yeah, at that point I think I would just probably run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dead sprint at this point. Action dash continuously.
Mm-hmm. Full on action dash. Alright. I don't think we need to have another combat of them chasing you.
Oh,
you guys are boot scooting it.
By the way, Lee, I meant to send you a video about skill challenges, which is something that if there's ever a situation that comes up, I might add into my game. It's one of the few good things from 4th edition. Skill challenges are used for chase sequences, and so you set a difficulty of the chase sequence from easy, medium to hard. And easy, you require 5 successes. Medium, you require 10 successes. Hard, you require 15 successes. But 3 failures means you get caught, and you basically make creative uses of abilities and skills to try to escape in a chase scene.
I like it. That's kind of like what Tony did with us in Curse of Strahd with the wolves.
Yeah. That's where he got it from. It's a little different, but It's what Tony does is kind of inspired by that. Yeah, I'd be okay with stuff like that if you wanted to implement something like that into these sequences, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 3. Based on the difficulty, you set up how many failures means you get caught, and how many successes means you get away, and you determine that ahead of time, and then you can either tell us or not tell us.
All right. Well, fuck it. Let's do a chase scene.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, oh, well, you just talked me into it. Let's do a chase scene right now.
This one does not participate in chase scenes without appropriate music.
This one runs into the woods and escapes all of you. Good luck.
I mean, I could get music for a chase scene, though. Don't you worry about that.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. But I personally, I think it would be fun. It would be cool if something like that were implemented.
All right. So you guys are out of there. You're heading back to Greenest. I'm going to say you guys can get back to Greenest in one piece without being molested on the way back.
Why would that even be a risk?
Well, you did raise the alarm by not leaving any, like a dummy in the place of Leosin, so they
sure,
saw
but it's specifically the molestation that I was questioning.
Oh, well, using it in a different way than what you were thinking, weirdo. All right, so you arrive safely back at Greenest, and with Leosin and a bunch of other people. The monks are quite delighted to see Leosin alive. The families of the released prisoners are also equally grateful for their loved ones. And Governor Nighthill will approach you. Again, you have done so much for our town. As promised, I was able to get the gold for you, so here is 250 gold for each of you, as well as our many thanks. Were you able to gather some information from the camp?
We were. So, what we were able to discover is that they're led by a man named Rezamir. And as far as what other information you may need, well, I think you'll discover what you need to know from this Leosin that we brought back. He's been gathering information on them for quite a long time.
So you know who the leader is?
His name is Rezamir.
Oh, sorry, you did say that. What is it that they want?
Leosin?
I've been studying for some time. I think they're trying to gather gold for some kind of ritual to bring back Tiamat. They want to free her.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Governor Nighthill turns back. Do you know what their next target will be? Or where they're going? He's asking you that, Gavin.
Leosin?
I was not able to be there long enough to find out where they were headed next. Somebody intervened and rescued me first. Rescue in quotes. In air quotes. Did you bring back any of the gold, or do you know where the gold is at? They took a lot of riches from us.
Yes, we understand they took a lot of riches from you, but we are more focused on bringing back these wonderful citizens of your town. We have figured their lives were more than plentiful value than that gold that you lost.
Uh-huh.
And we definitely
none
know
of the
where
gold
the
are pressure
gold
that.
is.
What's that?
We definitely know where the gold is.
Where is it?
At their camp, of course.
Where
Let me pull up the map.
I will describe to him the location, since we have been there at the Raider camp.
Reginald, would you happen to know where they keep... So they were partying, and that's how you got out, right, Reginald? Would you happen to know where they keep their jewels and nice thingies?
Oh, why, yes, indeed. And while they were celebrating, I did see them taking the gold into the cave at the very end. It's the dragon hatchery.
Dragons.
Would you happen to know where they're trying to attack next, or go next, or anything like that?
I do not know where they're going next. I'm sorry.
Shit, we should have rescued them at the end.
Might have been too late.
We don't even know if they're going to conduct another raid.
They might have the funds they need.
Alright, after all you've done for me personally, and for the people of Greenis, I hate to ask anything more of you, but the need is great, and I dare hope that you can aid us one more time. Could you return to the camp, now that you know your way around, and see if they're preparing for another raid, or if they're going to march away, or if there's anything substantial that is carried into or out of that cave? We need to know. If you get another chance to get into the camp and look around, that will be the ideal way to spot if anything has changed.
That is a marvelous idea. Now, I do sincerely...
Leosin will say, I don't recommend letting yourselves getting captured, though.
I have no plans. I must offer my sincerest apologies, though, Governor. We prioritized rescuing prisoners first, but in doing so, whenever their absence was noticed, it caused quite a stir, and we weren't able to infiltrate the camp. However, after some time passes, we may have the opportunity to do so again. So...
Yes, that is understandable. We do appreciate you saving lives. That is, of course, the most important thing. Leosin will, even though he's still injured, kind of dragging a little bit, he'll speak to you and say, if you guys are not already employed working for a caravan or anything, I would be willing to pay 150 gold apiece for your help.
Sure. Did we also get that money from the governor, or is he waiting to give us that money?
No, you guys got 250 gold apiece.
So that gives me 359 gold pieces. I can smell that studded leather.
Amelia, Chaz, do you guys know how to add that to your inventories?
300.
You just have to do math. Just take the gold that you have now and add it to 250 and type the new number in.
It's at the bottom of your inventory.
Yeah.
And he offered us 150 for what now?
For the work that Governor Nighthill was asking you, for gathering more information.
So 150 more for gathering information. I thought it had something to do with a caravan.
No, to see if they're going to, have any more caravans moving out or anything like that.
I mean, should we just go to the camp and set our own little camp around to see where they're going next and then follow them there?
That might not be a horrible idea. But perhaps if they reach where they're going, it would be too late to report the information.
Let's
This one can independently observe and report.
Sure,
true.
I mean, I imagine we have the resources we need to infiltrate. Between Friar Green Shadow's stealthiness, and between my brother and Ragnarvalder's abilities to deceive, we have the right tool set to make this happen.
Leosin is going to speak up and say, I don't think it will be essential for you guys to head back to the camp immediately. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of change of plans, in the next day or so. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a long rest to recover and get some food in me. And once I'm done, I'm going to head to El Terrell. If you want to meet me there afterwards to collect your pay, you can do so. If you can't find me there, speak to the paladin Anthar Froom. I'll type it in, don't worry.
Anthar Froom.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Alright, I got that in my notes. Leosin, you perhaps wouldn't happen to have any curry and rice. It happens to be my favorite food. The spicier, the better.
I love curry.
Is there any here?
Here at Greenest? I don't know. I just got here.
Ah, I see. perhaps we investigate their stores.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go find himself some food.
What was again the name of the town where we're going to meet Leo soon?
El Terrell.
El Terrell.
And if I recall, this is not the only module that El Terrell is mentioned in. I think they mention it in freaking the one that takes place in Hell.
Yeah, Descent into Avernus.
Thank you. It's a pretty big D&D city that gets mentioned a lot.
Yeah. It's going to be your first big city. Actually, I'm going to need your help before that that day, Gavin, because I'm going to need to set up some shops.
Ah, yes. So you just basically you need to know how to make parcels.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah, it's
think
pretty
so.
easy.
Is that
I'll
what
make
it
you. I'll make you a tutorial. If not tonight, then within the next few days or so. Before I leave for Chicago, I'll make you the tutorial.
Not a problem. Just as long as I got a few days to throw together a couple parcels for you guys to do some shopping in when you get to town.
Yeah.
But that won't even be next session. It'll probably be the session afterwards. So really, that's like a month from now.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Sano would definitely try to find some food. Curry, if they have it. He will, as he searches. He doesn't know if they care, but he's not going to ask. He's just going to light a cigarette as he walks around looking for food.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess we have a long rest coming up.
Yeah, you guys can definitely take a long rest here. You're gonna need it.
Man, I didn't use a single Blade song that day, and I could have.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
well.
fight with the veteran, that first fight with the veteran, that would have been a good time for use a Blade song. Veteran was a badass.
Yeah, he was. I let myself be a little too cautious about using the Blade
Mhm.
song. Opposite
The-
problem.
The first one is the only one that is a huge meat grinder with like 10 different freaking fights before it'll let you get a long rest. Like the module literally says there is no time for a long rest. This is all happening in one night. You have to complete these objectives. Whichever ones you don't get experience for.
Right.
Like obviously we're doing a milestone rather than experience. But obviously you guys still want it to do the things, you know? You
Yeah,
still
yeah.
want it to save each group of people.
Does the module give you a layout for running XP both ways?
Yes.
Okay.
It gives the XP one and then says you can also run milestones, in which case it's just episode by episode.
Cool. I feel like Milestone is a lot less grindy, metagamey, kind of. A lot less tedious.
Trying to keep track of, you got 50 XP for that kill, you got 150 XP for this encounter, like just adding up math. I'd rather just be like, all right, you completed that entire area. Congratulations, you leveled up.
To be honest, I don't even know how to run XP, and all the time I've been playing D&D and DMing, I've never used XP, so I just don't even know how to do it.
It seems kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing when you're playing a computer game or video game or
When
something
it
like
does
that.
it for you.
Track XP, it does it automatically. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not somebody sitting back there keeping track of it, seeing if you get to 8,475 XP would just be tedious and annoying.
Right. But we digress. So, yeah, he is gonna find himself a meal, take a nice rest, and have a good drink. And once I'm satisfied, I will enter my reverie.
Yeah, where are we staying at? Back at the
keep.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
I'm going to be enjoying the festivities, playing a few songs, drinking a few drinks.
But, all right.
This one is not encumbered by that.
But one day, Friar, you will learn to enjoy the festivities of the night.
This one does
All right.
not require this.
It is 10:20 right now, so it would either be a good place to stop, or you can decide if after your long rest you want to head back to the camp. I'm exhausted from earlier today laying sod. I wouldn't mind tagging up here.
Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like we either have the option to end it now or play late. Because it really sounds like that's the only two things. Doesn't sound like either way we're stopping at 11. So we're either stopping like now or stopping at like 11:30.
We could still stop around 11, but like you wouldn't get through the whole thing.
I personally don't like putting breaks in important things. Like, I don't like starting an important thing and then stopping and coming back to it.
Well, there is no way that you would be able to finish the next part tonight.
Yeah. Keeping in mind, I won't be here next session, unfortunately.
The next episode is going to be more like the first one, where it is going to take probably 2 or 3 sessions to get through.
Okay. Cool.
You won't miss the whole thing. Don't worry.
Yeah. So, Nick, between now and then, I'm going to send you instructions on how to record. And eventually, once you record it, upload the recording into Google Docs. Send me the link so I can download it, and I'll put it on the YouTube. You got that?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that.
All right. Are we wrapping up here then?
I guess so.
Probably a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I say 10:30 or 11 is best time to try to find a spot to wrap up. So
That's a good window.
Yep. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Good job managing to bypass like half of that entire section.
So, are we leveling up for this or no?
Actually, yes.
Ooh.
Everyone hits
level
level
up?
3 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, Nick,
Oh,
do you want to
fun.
walk them through how to do that?
For sure, yeah, of course. So, what you're gonna go is to your main menu. Let me know when everybody's there.
There.
Main menu of character, yeah.
Yep, character. Now
Amelia, you
you're
got it?
going. What?
Amelia, is she there too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You have main menu.
And hey,
Okay.
while they're doing that, Lee, can you add Mirror Image and Shadow Blade to my spell list?
Okay.
Go to class and level up there at the top, right underneath your name. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now you see the little magnifying next to where whatever your class is, next to your proficiency modifier.
Oh, you put
right
it in the wrong
there.
place.
Okay. Are you there?
Drag it onto
Dahlia?
spells.
Yeah.
Is Dahlia there? Did Dahlia get to it? All right. Click on the magnifying glass.
Then click level up.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Do not click level up. Okay. Now go to where it says your class and go all the way over to the right and click on the red dragon.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Oh, I love that I have those.
For me, it says the module you're attempting to use is not loaded.
Okay, so you need to go up and load all the modules. So go all the way over to the right.
Hey guys,
Go
I'm
to
gonna go ahead and
library.
go.
All right. Later, man.
All right, I'll see
Go.
you guys.
Yeah.
Go all the way over to the right and go to library.